You traveled for a few days. The first day was just rain, and that was kind of the general gist of it. And you spent time in Sarek's mansion. The next day was you find this ravine. You use cash and other means to kind of stride over it, and you are met by 50 rabbits, and then actual humanoid rabbits kind of show up, and you are trespassing more or less in their lands, and you convince Mr. Greenway, the Verdant, which is some sort of like mayor position or something, to allow you through, but he's like, I gotta take you to the king. So you have to travel um a little bit another day, basically, to get to the king, more central into the Lapid lands. And the that night is again spent mostly in Sarek's kind of mansion. The next day, after a couple hours, you get to the High King's Haven, and it's basically a giant cave, like mouth-like, that has this jagged mud and wood kind of beam structures with grassy knolls and roots kind of maintaining the mouth. It kind of almost forms, and it's easily like 50 tall by 100 wide, and eventually when you go down, you actually hear the echoes of the city that kind of exist down in here of the Lapid, and they there's easily, it's a city of like 5 to 6,000 Lapid, trade in grains and tubers and mushrooms and roots and different kinds of textiles and woodcraft and clay works that they kind of specialize in. Strike gets a cloak of protection that will be ready soon. Then you go meet with the king, which you find out is a queen, and it's awkward, and she agrees, and it's just like, hey, this is just how life works. Um, she's the first queen. You kind of get the impression, like it's like the first time this has happened. And she is definitely a caster of some sort. She has a very powerful looking white staff and this red cloak that shimmers and scintillates in different colors from the rainbow. And uh, she kind of gets right to the point, and you discuss dwarves and Tarasques and the different involvements that you guys have had with them, and then it leads to these giants that she believes have been reinforced by the dwarves to raid through her lands and basically try to terrorize and steal precious items. They're not really going after much other than that, and it's not really even gold and silver
Like bougie
sometimes.
bandits.
Yeah, they're going after, like, if they find like a magical ring or something, it's very obvious. um and you, in order to pass through her land, she asks this of you, that you would do this, and she talks about that the recent reports come from the Wind Whistle clan to the furthest south of her lands, and you're able to uh, basically reason from her that you need more information and you could perhaps teleport there. So she's like, I haven't been there, so she like tells you to go find this bard named Strenz, who is in this tavern, and he's telling a story of the Tarrasque like rise up in war of 270 some odd years ago, and he has a half drow with him that is helping him entertain the masses. And the meanwhile, Eros, because Eros wasn't there, Eros actually had an impromptu concert in the center of the Lapid city that gathered more than 1,000 in attendance while this was all going on. But Strenz agrees with Liam's help to basically kind of explain where this place is, and then he asks Liam to like go along with you all to make sure, kind of honor and loyalty to the queen. Like this is going to be something that's not that you're following through with the task, more or less, sort of. And Strenz, after the description, Sarek is able to teleport there, but the teleport is a description, so we rolled and you were off target.
I worked with what I had, which was almost nothing.
Yes. It ended up being about 5-6 miles north of where you needed to be. You guys had no idea where you were, confused, so you tried to teleport again. You ended up being just about a mile south of the village as it's like finishing being raided and they're like moving on. And there are at least 100 or so Lapid that have been displaced, killed, wounded, whatnot. Most of the adults are killed, especially the warriors, men, whatnot, usually, and then the women and children and elderly are either dead or just laying in the wake, screaming and crying and whatnot. They plundered for glory, gold, and magical items. Like, if it was really a lot of gold, they took it, but if it was just a handful, they didn't seem to really care. Strike just charges after, and the others follow suit, basically. And we've gone through a round or so, I think 2 rounds, of combat.
About a round and a quarter.
Yeah, a round and a quarter. To get to where we're kind of at, where you guys ran up and engaged with them rather quickly. They kind of turned around confidently, thinking it wasn't a big deal. Then Cash came up, and they kind of questioned their kind of whole idea, as well as carrying Carl coming from up, and then one of them is prone. A few of them are wounded. I forget why I marked this guy.
Cheeseburger.
Puppeteered, is he grappled or something like that?
Yeah, is he held?
I don't remember.
There's big piece hand right there. So yes.
It's not.
I'm not grappling. I don't think that the hand isn't grappling. The hand did a punch.
Okay.
What I did before is I did have the stunning spores.
Oh, the screech, maybe.
The screech.
The stunning screech. That was what happened.
Yeah.
I don't know
he was the
guy that took the stunning screech. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Everyone else succeeded.
Okay. So it's until the start of until the start of Sarek's next turn, I believe. Then. All right. So.
Cheeseburger.
I am death and destruction. I come to kill and eat your entire family.
Hey, he's a nice guy.
You will be stunned.
He's a nice
You
guy.
will be stunned.
He doesn't need to make the corpses.
I forgot Bretman is carrying Carl.
All right. Top of the round. At disadvantage because of range. You do hear some gunshots go off, and they're going to be aimed at 2 at Sarek and 2 at Strike.
Is someone shooting him? This they made a very bad
You have
decision.
advantage against me.
So those 2 at Sarek, does a 21 hit?
I will cast shield.
And just block 2 bullets. Then with Strike, that will equal out to a normal roll to 2 at Strike. Ooh, and I rolled really low. So they just go right above Strike's head. And Liam, you are down in the south.
Down south.
You're near a couple like small bushes, larger bushes, I guess I should say. They're like 10, 15 feet wide. But what do you want to do?
Oh gods, open fields.
What
What do I do? And this is where I roll a coin.
You rolled a coin. Okay.
What?
Open field.
The chaos ensues.
All right. I didn't think I would do this, but I was going to save this for later. But hey, the dice, the coin flip says, hearing the guns, and he's like, "Oh, smoke powder! I know what to do with smoke powder." And so, hold on. Actually, before I do that, who was shooting? Was it them or was it them over there?
Let me look. Your passive perception is really good. Okay, with your passive perception, literally opposite corner of the map from you, and they're off the map by like 100 feet.
100 feet.
There is someone like on a somewhat higher like hill. You see the little flicker from his why can't I think of the word?
Sniper? Sharpshooter?
Sharpshooter gun. Like you see the
Scope.
flicker of the scope. Thank you.
Ah,
And then like he has a couple other doors running with guns behind him, and he hit Sarek. You saw that, so like he's a pretty good fucking shot at that range. He's like shooting at almost 200 feet. So.
okay. I just want to make sure. Okay, that's about 35 feet.
If one were to
So he's
cast heat metal on a gun, would the powder explode?
One way to find out.
I would roll I think I'd roll a
I'd never think about
each time it took damage to see, because some guns are powder, some guns are steam, but either way it would it would have a chance to
Definitely
explode.
fall under rule of cool.
So
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
I guess
funny.
kind of turns to Solus and he's like, "What's your opinion on art? Do you think it's eternal, everlasting?
On
For
what?
me, art.
Oh
Because
god.
if you ask me, art. Ugh, god damn it. Sorry, thing was loading. Art is an explosion.
Okay, Dodoria.
All right, brother.
Art
is an explosion.
I think I'm art, and I live forever.
That's terrible. Where do you center the?
Censor it as far as my line can go from my position, and let me drag the line and broadcast it.
That scary man has mouths on his hands.
So
That's disgusting.
I guess so. Oh, hold on. I can move 5 more feet, actually.
That sounds like scary shit. You better watch
Okay,
out.
so these guys are 100 feet off the map up here.
Oh, so they're 100. Okay.
They're 100 feet off the map from where that point is.
Okay. So yeah, right in the middle. And roll the damage. They take 30 if they fail.
War crimes.
Oh god!
Oh fuck! No, he casts fireball. That's supernova.
What are you a raid boss?
Okay, 150 feet is on that point. They're 250 feet away from you. Then that's my point. Like this guy is like really far away on the top of a hill, standing, like taking a shot as he's running into other doors. So, are you hitting the other doors then?
Oh, so they're 250 feet. Okay.
Yeah, fuck these guys.
Okay.
If
See,
Gaza
Well,
the giants,
since I
it's
already
careful
went through the effort, fine, I'll do that.
Look, I already made a bad joke.
God.
Yeah, I gotta commit. I gotta double down.
Oh God.
So, what are you doing? I'm confused.
Fireball. Since I can't hit them, I'll hit them.
Okay, you are hitting them. Okay, they have the equivalent of bless on them because of their leader dude. So they will get an extra D4
Leader
on
dude's a dick.
this.
They'll
So
need it.
roll a D4. 19 still doesn't hit. Damn. Well, you cut it with a 15 anyways. Okay, so and then the 18 does make it. All right, so that's the two guys on the outside. So one takes 15, the other takes the full 30. And that inside his like plate armor, you just see this guy, and he just falls to the ground. And
And then as my bonus action, I jump in this bush as a
alright,
cunning action.
let me roll for the other two.
Art is also an illusion.
Uh,
I'm not here.
I'm not
Not
here.
even worth rolling a d4. So the guy that was yelling out commands and stuff last session, he takes the full 30, but he's still standing. And then
Perceptive.
this giant takes the other part of it.
What the?
And he gets a natural one.
There's a dwarf behind that giant.
Yeah, he got smashed when you like knocked him forward. There was a
Oh,
dwarf
right.
running away, and you knocked the two giants forward, and the dwarf got
Oh.
crunched
Oh,
in the
right.
process. So yeah, let me count 10. Plus 15, 10. Okay. Liam, get an inspiration point for fireball confusions.
Hey, art's an explosion.
You gotta love when random explosions go off next to your homies.
Alright,
You often
Little
roll deck
song.
saves.
this
Me and my homies love rolling deck save.
Okay, this guy, his passive perception is that, okay, he, where is Liam? Liam went in a bush, god damn it. So he's like looking around for where the fireball goes, and he's like, what the fuck? And then he sees Cash, and he's like, just got pushed back, and he's looking up, and he yells in giant, out to his buddies, one word. And I don't know, do any of you speak giant?
Not this time, no.
Yeah.
I think I do.
Yes? Question.
What?
Kind
Yes?
of. I don't. Yes.
You're a monk, that's right. You're a
Kind
monk.
Just understand everything or what?
Yeah, monks
Monks
eventually.
understand him.
Yeah, when you're high enough level, yeah. So you understand all spoken languages. Okay, it's speaking. Brillo, I will whisper you the word what it translates to.
Nice.
Okay.
You're touching key? Ugh.
I'm gonna get my key all over these bitches, bro. I'm gonna give it to him.
Okay, and then
Okay.
Single word.
That's
Bacon.
all he says to him.
and that's all he yells out to all the other
That's
ones.
concerning.
And then he's going to look back, see the other ones. They got, one of the dwarves is down. And he is going to attack strike.
Oh,
Do I have advantage?
You
I
do.
still have, okay, so that's the first one, 23, and the next one's 25. 34, 27,
Woo.
Let me see. With Beverage,
17 halved for the 34, and then 13 halved for the 27, and then
so
you're
12 and 8.
yeah, feral rage.
Hey, you allowed it.
God.
I know. We're still testing it. It may change in the future, but right now, I love it. It makes sense with your character a lot, though, too. All right. Whereas this guy literally just dashes forward. He's gonna have to take him a couple rounds. He's just running. His gun's not as good as the other guy's gun. This guy is a fireball. He is going to dash out this way to try to, and with his passive perception, because he dashed, he can't see Liam, but he yells out in Dwarvish, basically, find the caster, like,
They're smart.
and this brings us to you.
Surely he's not the one riding a giant demon.
I'm kind of pissed off, guys. Who wants to go kill the snipers? I can get one of you right over there, right now. Close quarters. Anyone? Tear them apart with your bare hands. Turtle, you want to do that?
You see me like standing there getting ready to square up with this Cyclops? Like, what's up?
I can take him.
Okay.
Oh, man, I'm not in hearing range.
Does Cash and Cash count as one entity? Cash and Eros is one entity?
Cash and Eros are two entities.
They count as
Okay.
two. Yeah.
Oh, that's damn it. Okay.
Hey, just really
Get more symbiotic, okay? Do better. Okay. Okay, well, does anyone want to go over, or I'm just doing this on my own?
We'll say maybe you hear the owl bear also like make a trill.
You're a bear! Shut up! Oh, I don't talk to
Hey.
bears.
That's not nice. Be nice to the bear.
Fine. No one wants to go slaughter some snipers.
You're on your own,
Whatever.
Sarek.
Just one friend. He's gonna let's see. He can't fucking reach him. He's just gonna let him come in. I was gonna drop down and send someone over to just do it, but I'm not doing that.
I don't give a shit.
I mean, Liam would respond, but
I'll be
he's
okay.
trying to
Okay.
not be.
So you could cannonball the turtle, yes.
Yeah, you could cannonball me. Go ahead, bro. I don't care.
You wanna go in there, buddy?
Sure. I go
Cool.
where
I jump
taken
off of
by
Kieran
the
Carl's back and dive towards you with my eyes open and hands out. And then I grab you and cast Dimension Door as I teleport us right in front of them.
Alright, Nova.
We're here now! Hi!
Nova,
Go kill them!
get an inspiration point for
Yay!
imagery that was very gratifying. So this guy's a little bit away from you. But he nonetheless he pop in front of these two guys as he's reloading his gun. And
I just stand there with my fingers. I don't have any weapons in my hands. I'm just putting two middle fingers up in his face. And then I look back for a second and just punch out in a different direction because I'm punching this guy.
Turtle with a stick.
Listen, I've got minions. They can go handle what's going on here. Punch. Does 16 hit this guy?
He gets up that like shield arm and like knocks it away.
The fist shakes violently and angrily.
Shakes
And then Carrion Carl just swoops downward and does his thing.
I am death. I am destruction. I will take all of
Damn.
the marrow out of your bones
Carl.
and eat it.
I think Carl actually has separation anxiety. Like
I
he
am
doesn't feel
dead.
comfortable. He doesn't feel
Where is
comfortable without
Derek?
me.
Where'd he go? Where the fuck did he go?
See, I feel scared.
Where is he? I'm very afraid. Why am I afraid?
That's my turn. Wow, that didn't work out as well as I thought.
I am an unending being of death and destruction. Why do I give a shit about this mortal? I don't care. I don't care.
Top 10 anime
Yeah.
betrayals.
I'll kill you.
Alright, I'm gonna
love
make...
What a swell gent.
He's gonna run.
He needs a top hat.
He does need a top.
Give me a top
Gentleman
hat.
at a school.
Demanding things from the fourth wall break.
Give me a top hat and a nice mustache. Carrion Carl yearns for drip.
Would you like more cheese with your wine?
I require more drip.
Require cheese for the corpses.
I require a gold clock with a chain on it. That I may carry it around.
Unfortunately, I can't read.
Fucking Jesus. Alright, this one goes after Carrie, after Strike. 26 and 30 to strike.
Oh,
Pull up to the crib like what you mean?
isn't he
10.
grown? Or
He
is
stands up.
He stands up.
stands up.
Alrighty. Let me do math.
Mm-hmm.
15, 18, 15, 10, 5, 18.
All right. The Dar has favored foe on this guy's pretty big. I think it'll shoot at him.
Wow, that's big.
And then how I think he has to use a bonus action to make him do something.
Do the thing.
Say the thing, Hull.
Now, you might be wondering what type of unholy combination would
Can
create an owl bear.
Okay, so yeah, AFC is a bonus action. So use a bonus action and Howl will hit his maul attack. Jumps in, slashes across the thing's leg. And I think it would probably like start to move around to kind of distract for Sadar. Solus is blessed, I think.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Um Solus has all their spell slots, so might as well use something, I guess. We'll go big. Go big. What is this one?
Ooh, what
This
does
one
this do? What
That's
happens?
an interesting
What happens when the
50.
DM presses a random button?
All right. Well, that
Self-destruct.
You guys are pretty far away. I guess
Nukes
that
the
could
entire
work.
field.
You will. Mhm.
Bum, bum,
Don't take it
bum.
literal.
Well,
Otherwise, they'd hit. They'd kill Karen Carl.
what?
No! Oh, it's fine. He can't truly die
No,
in a meaningful way.
no, yeah, I don't think so.
I just need another corpse
do that.
and 1,000 more gold.
I'm just gonna say, why not? Did they make a clicky for this? They did. That's kind of crap damage.
Oh, sunburst.
Ooh.
But nonetheless. I will blind them if they survive. This dwarf, it's really important that he rolls well, otherwise he will not survive.
My eyes. Wow.
He does survive. So 17. No, he doesn't survive.
Oh.
Nope.
Extra explosion because his gun probably afterwards. And then the
So
two
all is an explosion.
Cyclops cons.
Mm.
Oh, it's not Dex, nonetheless. Their cons the same bonus. Oh, but not for these guys. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna spend an inspiration and give it to Francis and Brandon and give them both a reroll.
Eh.
One of them is good.
Ha!
Nope. Okay. They pretty much rolled the same thing, just flipped around. I like to say they just kind of trip on each other as they're like, oh my god, and like all over a little bit.
Oh my God.
They're giants, so they're still alive, but they look fucked up. These two. That is Solus's turn. Okay, this buddy is going to this guy. No, moves back and does not disengage. So there's carrying Carl, hand, and arrows can opportunity attack.
Oh, okay.
And
Wow.
Carl,
Fuck you,
let's
life.
see. Come on, Karen Carl. Do a little. Yeah. Fuck you,
he's
Karen Carl. Do
he's
better.
not gonna use his he will save his reaction. The 21 does hit though. Oh,
Yes!
Oh!
Well,
damn, good damage. And then as he runs back to try to defend a little bit with the others, it seems, his hand scoops into the ground and grabs underneath a helping of dirt, and he is going to toss it at Carrion Carl.
No, don't.
He
Oh,
really
man.
said pocket sand.
It is at disadvantage because of how far he ran.
Good
though,
job, Carl.
so,
Good job, buddy. Come on, you got this. He doesn't have great AC.
16.
That hits. Karen Carl is
Okay,
not very good at dodging.
27.
27, that's. Well, he is a demon, so that's halved, fortunately.
Sweet. Yeah, it is not magical. Just some
Magic
dirt.
dirt.
Rock.
This
He didn't blast his
guy.
grass.
This guy is going to. He looks at Cash and then back at the others, and he's yeah, he listens. He's going to he's not going to disengage from Cash. He's going to go back to strike, and he's going to just overhand as he runs over to strike with his axe, and he's gonna go towards strike. So 1,
Oh.
what a
2.
Oh.
whoa.
Well. I use an inspiration to make that into a regular roll. Can somebody help me, please?
Okay, you make one into a regular
I'll
roll.
make the
right?
other a regular roll too.
Okay.
Thank you. I love you.
Oh.
Right,
It'll be
so
fine.
the 28 will still hit. So 16 there.
Jesus, mother of fuck.
That was about to be a shit ton of fucking damage.
Papa Carl's gonna save you. It's fine. It's okay.
All right, Trillo. Perfect timing.
What's happening?
It's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. It's
mhm,
legal and it's my turn.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oop.
You just popped in front of these two dwarves that are, 200 feet away from where you just were. And they're reloading their guns. One yells out in Dwarvish, you understand, to be like, the one with the hat.
Oh, the first one I see, I hit it with my stick. I just
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Kick fool.
15.
15 will hit this one.
Nice.
He's just
I
in simple
just-
leather.
just hit him with
Oh,
my stick,
God.
like, fuck you.
Thank you. Kill the shit out of them. They shot at me.
And then I will, I will bunch. I will use
punch.
1 key point for a flurry of blows.
You
And I
do
will
have
punch.
extra attack, so you could attack one
That's right. I'll attack 1 more time with the.
before. Yeah.
There you go.
All right, another 15. Yeah.
And then for this, I'll punch him with my hands of harm. Where is it? I need to make my unarmed strike though. That'd be good. Does a 14 hit him though?
This
Nine.
one, yeah, it still hits this one.
Oh, nice.
And with that, the Hands of Harm actually takes this one down. I need
Looks
to move
like you
him so
harmed
I
him.
can grab him.
And then I will, as I'm punching him with the hands of harm, I will pull and I will punch Sarek, and like I'll like tiger palm Sarek with my hands of healing instead of my hands of harm. So,
Hey, I don't. No, I don't need heat. I'm good. I'm
Okay.
uninjured.
Too bad.
too bad.
Maybe this will heal
It's
your
gonna
brain
be-
cells.
It's gonna be 11 points of healing.
I feel like I just got given Adderall.
I did. Actually, what I did was I pulled the Adderall out of this other dead dwarf and gave it to you. I pulled his life essence out and gave it to you.
I actually feel kind of normal now.
I look and I
Oh.
say,
"'Tis the cycle of life and death."
I pull out the souls of those who are harmful and give them to others who are not or equally as weird and harmful.
What?
I like your idea of balance. It's cool.
It is very cool.
Also, it
Balance is
benefits
in
me.
all things.
um,
Balance is in all things. Also, tip for the future: try not to get shot. Yes.
It didn't hit me. I've got. You can't touch me right now. Whatever.
But I'm touching you, and
Yeah,
I'm
I
touching
let
your
you.
soul.
Okay, buddy.
Brandon,
I'm touching
Actually, you know what? This
is
is actually really kind of sweet, and I like this.
I'm
You're my
Brandon
best
touching
getting
friend now.
inspiration.
I'm
point.
touching everything about you currently, right now.
I look deeply and lovingly into his eyes.
And
Does that make you
touching
feel
your
any different?
soul.
Right in front of this other dwarf who is also about to die.
Brandon getting inspiration point.
You are welcome,
Uh,
Derek the Zane.
that's a candidate definitely for the name of this episode. And I'm touching your soul.
I'm touching you, and I'm touching your soul.
It's really funny. All
Oh,
right,
God. I'm
Prillo,
so
you
fucking
can
old.
of course move next to this dwarf if you would like.
Yes, I would like to do that. I step and I look at this dwarf and go, "Now we don't have to do this the hard way. We can do it the easy way."
We can do it the easy way.
Just punched his friend to death.
Yeah, he looks at that and then looks at what's going on down the hill from where you guys are. He doesn't have a decision yet because we kind of have to see what Eros does.
Hell yeah.
But I get a turn first. This guy is just losing his cool a little bit. He doesn't really hear the order being given, so he goes to the last person that hit him, which was Hal, and he just turns around towards Hal and he tries to slash in, and the first one hits Hal, and Hal's a resilient thing that hurts, but Hal is still up, doing all right after that. The second one clearly misses, and that gets us back to the true top of the round. What does Eros want to tell Cash to do?
Eros is going to back up a few feet and then is going to rhino charge into this Cyclops and will also. I'm pretty sure I can do it again. Yeah. Then I will also spend. I was supposed to spend it last time. A bardic inspiration to take off 1 from his saving throw. Fuck me.
Okay. Can you post the rhino thing again? Because I don't remember.
Yeah. Where in the fuck am I
Rhino
looking?
charge.
The rhino
It's all the way on
charge.
the bottom. Dex save.
Cast gas station rhino pill.
Oh. Okay, it's the 17.
Fuck you, cuckle
okay,
flaps.
DC on a failed save, equal to number of feet travel, so 50 feet. All right, yeah, that's right. All right, Dex save 17. I will give an inspiration point to Greed
Oh, thank you very much, good sir.
and give him advantage on this Dex save.
East.
Oh, he rolls a 9. So he takes 50
Yes.
and
Oh,
is thrown 50 feet back.
Yes.
that's 1 damage for each foot.
Uh,
And there's a man in his way as well.
okay. I'm gonna give the man in his way a dex save to get out of the way. I will also give him advantage by giving an inspiration point to Nova. He gets out of the way. Ducks just at the right time. And this guy, by the time he hits the ground here and flies back the additional 15 feet to kind of land in that square, it's very clear he's not getting out.
His neck snaps on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
Yeah.
trips. Oh, jeez.
All right. All of these guys, seeing that here, are a little bit enraged by that, I would say. But I believe that's Eros' turn.
Yeah, Eros will, as a free action, raise both of Cash's arms and do that, like, bring it on gesture.
Well, what is it?
What do you mean, what is it?
Are you? Are
Just
you
arms
not
up, just coming. Okay, come at me.
entertained?
I love it. Okay. All right, Strike. You are engaged with 2 of them. One is clearly wounded. The other has taken a hit or so, but is still there. They're obviously on the defensive by this point, just because of what Cash has been doing mostly.
Well, Strike looks up at the big guy, just to him and says, well, I'm going to fucking murder you now. As he does, his claws extend a little bit more as he takes some damage. I'm doing the vital sacrifice thing.
Ew.
A little bit of blood spurts out, and in addition to that, every time Strike moves now, you just hear the sound of thunder rumbling. And with that additional thunder damage, he's gonna smack the shit out of him.
Huh.
The guy gets up that left arm that has the spike shield on it and knocks you away.
Ah, fuck you, and this guy.
Okay, 26 hits. Yeah.
Is he in reach of the other with his melee weapon?
What do you mean?
Do they have 5 feet range, 10 feet range? How much range do they have?
They're giants. So 10 with their axe.
oh, they big.
Perfect! Then go hit your buddy.
Oh, they big.
Baby.
Must use its reaction. Ooh, I forgot to do one thing. I'll do it on the next attack. Okay. This guy, when that happens, you're having this guy attack this guy. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Then this guy uses his reaction to impose disadvantage.
Pose disadvantage.
So
It's still a 19.
reroll with a normal roll.
All right.
Okay, so it still hits. And he yells out in giant, like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And all right, that guy gets hit for gets hit with his by his friend. Oh wait, well, it would have been another whatever.
Ugh.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da.
Da, 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 da. Art.
Art.
Dan, dan.
Has he been unalived? Perfect.
Takes off his arm,
Oh.
falls to the ground, like screaming, and then eventually just bleeds out and is gone. And this guy looks at you, just confused, about what just happened.
Can I lift up the axe of the dead guy? Is Drax strong enough for that?
How much does? Let me look up something real quick.
And Wendy's, have it your way. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Subway.
You know, getting a disadvantage, but the 3d12 is very sexy.
Eat fresh, eat fresh, eat fresh.
A normal great axe weighs about 7 to 10 pounds. This weighs easily 50 to 60, so you could pick it up, but it's awkward. You can't wield it. You could pick it up.
So I can. My plan was to pick up the great axe and hit this guy in the shin with it. So I can't do that.
It'd be improvised weapon at disadvantage because of how fucking big it is.
Yeah, that fucking blows. Yeah, fuck it then. Just hit normally. He's gonna attack his friend as well.
Kratos him.
Burritos. Kratos, what are you doing? That is my
He
wife.
can't use it. He can't use his reaction. He just uses reaction to kill this guy.
Oh, true. Then let's reverse it. This guy. On this guy. I forgot.
I do not care.
Okay.
God sent me to piss the world off.
And so I pissed on the world.
For the weed of Olympus.
You will not deny me
Kratos.
my doobie.
Okay.
You have meddled for the last time, Kratos.
Is strike that your turn?
Nope, I'm using action surge and I hit this guy 2 more times.
You will not deny me my doobie.
Oh!
Hit him 2 more times. Ah!
Father, you will hand over the doobie now, or Olympus will
Kratos.
fall.
You will continue to smoke that Midgard mid.
Okay.
You will not deny me my doobie.
I've had enough of this, boy. You have denied no one.
It's how much damage? 72, I think?
Ow.
72?
Pain.
That's a lot of freaking
But
damage.
Like in the round or in that?
24, 40,
in those 2
52,
attacks.
72 should be correct.
20, 40.
Fuck fucking
Okay.
ouch.
This guy
60.
that is engaged with Trillo
Oh god.
will cunning action disengage.
What the hell is this?
Fine, have a baby.
Run kind of behind you and then pop another magazine into his gun, and he's going to shoot 4 times at Trillo.
Oh.
1, 2,
Oh.
3,
Oh.
4.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
Damn. He be shooting my ass for sure.
Alright,
Ooh.
Trillo, the 26, 18
have an
piercing.
inspiration to not get crit.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Uh,
Oh. Well, I
Um
guess technically the gun would jam, no? At that third one.
Yeah.
yeah, it would. It would jam at the third one.
well the
So
first
you'd
two
ha-
are still gonna hit me, it seems.
yeah.
Can I catch one of
Sorry.
these?
It is a projectile.
Yeah. Can
Finally.
I
Greed
I'm wondering
also.
if I can.
Let me re-roll the crits.
Yeah. It was...
That's a 21, just
That
hits.
still hits me.
Alright, so
Okay, so which one do I want to lower? I guess we'll lower the 26. What is it? It's a D10, right? You roll a D10 and see what you subtract from it. See if it hits you.
it's
I don't think
D10 plus a
It-
large number.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like D10 plus your wisdom or something, right?
What was your monk level
Uh,
and something?
Missile.
uh,
Mm,
Well, it's like the only thing I don't have on my sheet, which is wild.
wow. That's an extremely useful thing, though.
I completely forgot about putting it on my sheet apparently, but
Yeah,
my
one-
full
Thing
brain
is
remembered.
Okay.
So you're gonna add D10, Dex, and your
plus-
monk level.
yeah.
Oh my god. D10
So it's
Yes,
Dex
plus-
plus my
it's
monk
this.
level?
Plus, yeah,
There
Dex
it
Monk.
is. Holy Christ.
So,
So it's gonna
D10
add-
plus 18.
Well, dude, if it's
every
adding my monk
time?
level, like it's just not gonna hit me.
Yeah. It does nothing then.
It's just not gonna hit
So
me.
you can take a reaction to just grab the bullet.
And
I
shoot
can
it back.
take a reaction to throw it back at him.
If you want to
can
spend the key,
throw
Roll
it
it
at
back!
him.
if
Roll
you
it
want to
back!
spend the
Yeah,
key,
I want
yeah.
to throw it back at him. Yeah, that sounds hilarious.
That's
You
funny.
dropped something.
You
Sarek the
dropped
Sane is gonna lose. Sarek the Sane is gonna lose his mind when he sees me do this. This is so cool.
Okay.
What do you
My draw,
roll?
my
Tell
draw,
What
me.
my
it
draw
is
and hit is
damage. The range is 20-30. The ammunition you just cut. Okay, so it does the damage that he does. Okay.
Okay, so I have to just roll to hit him,
Just
right?
you roll to hit with your stats, and then I'll roll damage if it hits.
Okay. What is? Okay, hang on. Let me get the dice.
So just
roller
roll,
up.
just roll an unarmed.
Oh, just rolling unarmed. All right. Hell
Yeah, because your unarmed should be based on dex anyways.
Wow.
So
Can
that
I
misses.
use an inspiration to roll
Yes,
with
yes.
advantage?
What the fuck?
You can. Yes.
Let's go.
There
That's
we go.
better.
18 will hit. All right.
Okay.
So.
And then it's the damage that he does on with the gun.
All right. Yeah. So it flicks back and hits him in the shoulder for 21 damage.
Oh.
So you take 14 from the second one that goes off, though.
Ow.
But all right. He yells out in Dwarvish at the top of his lungs to try to reach these guys, which are 200 feet some odd away. I keep forgetting to change it from circle, but there you go. Nevertheless, yells at the top of his lungs, one word, and Trillo, you just hear the word south. And that's it. Liam, those of you with those of you with any passive perception were to hear the yell, you would know they're yelling Dwarvish, as most of you don't speak Dwarvish, so. But
Okay.
Liam, what do you want to do? They have killed 2 of the giants. It's quite clear. A few of the other dwarves have fallen, but you can see off in the crazy distance on that hill, you know, the two others engaged with, and a couple gunshots go off in that area and whatnot. So, what do you want to do?
Well, I'm ruled by a life of chaos, and as the ever-changing winds, I will deduce if one is that I listen and two is that I take action. I will be listening. So, hearing these languages that I don't know, Liam's gonna be like, "What is going on?" Okay, now, do I want to do this one or this one? Let me think. Actually, yeah,
That
we'll do this one
sound... Okay. There you
because
go.
I think I will want to try and talk with some of these guys,
All right.
but not in the way that you think.
Tries to anime yell across the battlefield.
Come on. All right. Is that your turn?
Let's actually hide this time too. I'm in the bushes, but just in case anyone tried to get wise.
Yeah. Right now, it's like if their passive perception would beat your passive stealth, but you can attempt to get higher.
Okay.
Okay. No one knows where Liam is by this point. It's been long enough that you've been in the bushes and you've waited long enough that literally, I think Eros is the only one that had a chance.
It's
And
close.
even Eros doesn't know. Even Eros doesn't quite know. Eros and Sadar are the only ones that I think have like a real chance to like even remotely get that with a perception check.
I deserted.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's the turn.
My lowly dwarf soldier is still alive. He's closer to Sarek and Trillo. His boss just ran away and got a bullet thrown back at him. Like,
Today is gonna be a day when I'm gonna throw it back to you.
Like a
He-
point blank bullet. Like shot is like,
he
oh god.
runs south and he's gonna turn at that point and he's going to he only gets one gun lance shot, but he has he obviously loads like some special ammunition into it. I'm gonna have him reroll, cause that sucks. So I'm gonna give an inspiration point to Brandon. I won't have him reroll. Okay, well it's
Okay.
meant to be then. It just jams. And he just curses and is like fucking dwarvish. All right. You're still alive, buddy. Oh my goodness. He heard the yell of south, and he just starts to book it kind of diagonally. Let's say he goes like there. It's trying to stay away from Cash as best he can. Obvious. Sarek, what do you do?
So they are. Oh no. Is anyone left over here?
You might catch them.
These two guys are basically at the distance they are from you.
Okay. Was this guy the leader guy?
Yes, he's obviously in charge.
Okay. I will- Oh no.
A dragon appears.
What do I have?
It looks especially like a Tarrasque.
You're in charge, right?
What is this, Yu-Gi-Oh?
If you're in
Yes.
charge, I won't kill you.
I summon a Tarrasque. Face down.
He nods like he can understand common and what you're saying. And he's looking back and around, and for a brief moment, then looks back at you with your crazed look, and just like, his hands begin to shake a little bit.
I'm the most reasonable one here. How does that make you feel?
He nods like he understands the position he's in.
If here is relevant to 2 feet.
You know, you're the most sane one from everything he's seen, from the screams and crunching that's happening behind him, and then how his friend just like took his life out of him, out of his friend, like your Trillo did, just like necrotic damage, like just sucked it out of his, and then he doesn't. You just appeared. Like it's obvious magic is something really strange to this character.
Right
Very
there.
obvious.
I recommend a surrender, because then I won't have to do anything. Yes.
You will need to seal the deal here. You will need to roll a charisma check of some sort to convince
what do I
him
have?
to
What do I
give that
have?
sort of order.
I'm persuading him.
Intimidation.
He's scared, but I'm just, I'm trying to be reasonable.
Yeah, you guys just by what's happened recently have gained enough momentum points to where you need to beat what I just rolled, which was a 16, easily
24.
done. Versus the 24. He just kind of nods and I will say on his next turn, as long as it still makes sense to, he will spend his action to roll an intimidation check to give that order.
Spare the dwarves! And then I'll firebolt this guy. He's not a dwarf. Sorry, buddy.
Kino dwarf.
Yeah, 26 definitely hits. You hit him right in the side of his head.
He knows what he did.
With that. Almost burns his eye, his ears kind of like a little charred. That hurts.
Aren't you guys still like 100 feet off the map?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're like 200
you
Oh,
are.
yeah, I'm too
You
far
are.
for that.
My brain got distracted.
Do I have
for a
anything incredibly far distance? Let's see.
You need something that's about 200 feet. Yeah.
200 feet.
You
Do
need
I have
a
200
sorcerer.
feet? Do I have 200 feet? No. No. No, that's not. Maybe.
With dimension door again.
Yeah, but I want to stay next to this guy because I don't want him going anywhere. You know what I mean? I have
Know what you mean.
150 feet, but that's the best I got. So, what I'm gonna do is just, I'm gonna make myself comfy, and I'm gonna do a little,
Just start disrobing in front of the door. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna take a nap real quick.
I'm just
more
gonna,
comfortable.
you know what? I'm not gonna do anything as my action. I'm gonna just put my hand on his shoulder, and then I'm gonna command my creatures to attack this guy.
His eye out.
Okay, so this guy gets his lower back kidney punch, just super hard. As he's turned facing Hal, that definitely. Oh yeah, good damage too.
Carl, come on! I know you're scared. Yes, Carl. Carl.
Yes, both of those. Yeah, like this guy is not prepared for those two coming from behind and to the side of him.
He's getting punched in the side and then attacked by a bird.
One eye. He has poor depth perception. That's literally a thing that Cyclops have. So
This large eye has inspired me to no longer be frightened. I will kill him.
Sorry, just hangs out. I'm so diplomatic.
Yeah, this guy does not look too good after Carrion ripping into him. I already had the dwarf kind of just run south. Sadar, I think, is going to reposition himself so maybe he can better see what Trillo and the others are doing. Seeing that they kind of have it sort of in control, it seems like he is going to, I think, just rinse and repeat. What works?
Ooh.
18 will just hit. And then the good old Howl. Did I leave your sheet open? I did. Cool. Howl. Yeah. Nice damage too. So this guy is just on all sides. He's desperately trying to use his axe in hand to just but there's a fist, there's claws and beaks mauling at him. There's carrying Carl beaking and clawing at him as he's flapping right in his face, and then arrows hitting him in his ass at the same time. Soulless kind of cocks their head. I think feels kind of a little bit sad for this guy. And moves forward. Solus doesn't understand giant. I would say if they understand giant, they might speak to him, but they don't. What will Solus do?
I feel sorry for you, Disintegrate.
They do not have disintegrate, and the other one that would make sense would be kind of a waste at this point. And
Considering how Jenny has played Soulless, I don't think anything is a waste.
Sure.
I'm a point blank
would
lightning bolt
Definitely
this
still
person.
reverse gravity.
I'm just trying to find the one that makes the most sense.
I'm a point blank lightning bolt this person,
Uh,
and only this person.
Well, that's kind of where I was leaning towards. They do have this. They do have this. But they
Right,
didn't.
there might be
set up-
3 other people in the line, but only him. Fuck you in particular.
I think. Oh, I gotta fix the damage thingy. Okay, one sec.
I will angle this lightning bolt so it hits you and only you. I could
Uh,
like
It's not about the AoE. It's about sending a message.
All right. Well, they could technically do that, so why not we just do that?
He spoke into existence.
Yeah, that's easier than the other thing I was trying to do. So just angles a lightning bolt, so it just goes. Oh, circle. All right. So it just goes like
I mean,
right through the guy.
if you think in 3 dimensions, the Cyclops is pretty fucking tall, so you could just aim at his head.
That's true. That's true.
You could hit him thrice.
Lightning bolt to the head. I feel bad for this guy, so I'm gonna spend an inspiration point to give him advantage. And I'll give that to Greed. And Dex save
No.
not enough. So lightning bolt right to his eye.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say he's blinded. Like honest to goodness, he lightning bolt right to the face. And there you go. Goodness.
I'm covering up my head.
All right, they still have advantage on you because you just always. So, they're going to.
Mm.
23, 21, I believe both those hits.
Yep.
So 15 halves to 7, 31 half to 15. And then you can subtract your thingy after that. And then.
Roll and roll. Can you stop critting me?
I have advantage.
No,
I'll
this is
roll
not a
those-
crit. Make it normal.
He's critting you.
I will re-roll it. Yes, that's not going to be normal because I still have advantage. All right. So 34 from the 25 to hit, and 23. So 34 is 17. 23 is 11.
Why is God getting all the crits?
Wowie.
All right. Those were those two. All right, Trillo, the guy shooting at you, Sarek just ran forward and talked to him in common, so you can understand everything. And he seems to have agreed. And then you look down the hill, 200 feet back to where your friends are. And Strike is engaged with 2 of them, and they're still sweeping out with axes, and, the others are still engaged down there. What does Trillo want to do?
The first thing I want to do is say to this guy, I am very sorry about your friend. And then I'll just run off. I'll just run. run.
All right.
I will double dash. I will dash and then also use Step of the Wind.
So how many feet?
200
How many feet can you?
I'm
200
back on the
feet.
map, baby.
All right, so 100 feet basically gets you there. So 200 feet, you're like right by the corpses there.
Yeah.
You
So
just
like run up and I'm like, "What's up?" I arrive on scene.
Did you get your flask?
I'm sorry
No.
for your friend.
Yeah.
Boom.
Beep, beep.
If that is an anime imagery, I don't know what is. That's really funny. That just reminds me of like
Cherry blossoms are falling behind me where I left at.
this reminds me of like Naruto or even Kung Fu Panda, which is an anime, but it's still you're
My favorite
Oogway,
anime, Kung
basically.
Fu Panda.
Yeah. Cherry
Uh,
blossoms fall around the
alright.
area where I like run
So
fast.
this Cyclops has 3 targets. He's enraged. I'm gonna roll. So going from left to right. So he goes after Hal for the first strike. Hal for the second strike. He just.
Oh my god.
Oh.
So Hal. He doesn't have advantage.
He's
1,
also blind.
2. Oh, he has disadvantage, so the 14 misses. And thank you for the reminder. And 17 just misses Hal. So that is their turn back to the top for what I will presume is probably the last round, just based upon current events. Eros, what do you want to do? You're engaged with both of these guys.
Yes.
Now, you're engaged with one. This one has a reach of 10, not 15 feet. But you have a reach of like 20,
20.
so I think you can hit it. Yeah, you could hit him.
Well, I am going to, for my action, utilize a weapon crystal of destruction knuckles for a 28 to hit this guy right here.
28 barely hits him right in his left ribs.
Cool.
And there's a crack from it hitting the ribs, and then he coughs as fire. Sorry, I'm missing. Okay, so con save to max reduction. Okay, so he looks like he has immediate bruising right where that chest is, and scarring. Looks very bad. So I'm gonna mark him with a heart to show that, and then he's also by that hit finally like really bloody.
Yeah, okay. And then for my bonus action, I will give the appearing turtle man a bardic inspiration.
Battle man, you are inspired.
I am inspired. He screams. Just out loud. like old men tend to do.
I am inspired.
I am inspired. Very
All right.
loud.
I'll use that little lightning bolt to mark inspiration from here on out.
I suddenly am very inspired.
All right, strike. This one is coughing, looking back at Cash with anger. This one's still looking at you, tired and bloody, wondering why you aren't dead yet. But you look pretty messed up now that like Eros and Trillo can see Strike. He looks pretty fucked up.
Oh yeah, he's bleeding all over the place.
So what does Strike do?
Strike does what Strike has been doing this entire time: make this friend hit his friend. Which one? Doesn't matter, just pick one.
Doesn't matter. One of them hit the other.
All right, I'll just go left to right, as that's how I normally do. So, all right, 27 hits, 23 damage.
They
They
are supposed to make a wisdom save from that too.
Wisdom save. I think they did that.
Well, they failed, so
Thank you for that reminder.
No.
I don't even know if they did it before, but no, they do.
It's a -2. They probably would have failed it anyway.
True. Whoa!
Holy shit!
Oh.
What
That's
the?
max damage.
Oh
That's
my
max damage.
god!
That's
Oh,
that's max damage. Oh fuck.
yeah, those crits
And,
would have fucking hurt.
Oh yeah.
All right, this guy, he's still standing because he just got hit a little bit ago. Okay, so that's you hit this guy and then he swung out to this guy. All right, what's your turn?
Ow.
Can I jump up and launch myself into his shoulder?
Somebody put those dogs away.
Where? Who?
This guy.
You're gonna jump up into his shoulder. This guy will get an opportunity attack.
Oh wait, he's still
but yeah.
alive. Then let me attack him first.
Yeah. He's still alive, yeah. Alright. 17 will miss.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh,
that's a
Oh,
bonus action
no.
attack. 19.
Oh no.
that's fine. No, that's fine. It's his
Oh,
advantage.
advantage.
19 will hit, yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
He almost falls down to a knee, but he is still
Oh,
standing.
he's still
Oh, just
alive.
fucking die already.
24 damage. He takes it, and he falls down to a knee. I'll mark him prone, but he is still alive.
I'm
He's
still
alive!
standing. Yeah.
Hey, Trullo, I'm getting pissed off here. Can you kill this guy already?
I love it.
I am inspired.
I'm
Giants.
still standing.
Giants. I love giants. All right,
Just
that's
screaming,
Strike's
I'm
turn.
inspired.
All right, this guy. No other dwarves were injured this round, so he will try to.
No dwarves were injured in the making of this round.
He will use his action. It would normally be advantage because he's the leader, but they're at a pretty great distance. So I'm gonna give him a normal roll. Just do they hear him?
No, no, they do not.
Sit there and shit.
He tries to yell, and he's so scared. His voice just goes ah, like it just. That's all. That's all.
Permission speak freely, Commander. You're a bitch.
Permission to speak freely, Amanda. You're a bitch.
All right, that was his action to try to do that. He doesn't want to go away from Sarek because he doesn't know what Sarek's gonna do, and he just watched Trillo run at like 60 miles an hour, and it's just he's a little just like he's not used to this kind of extravagant kind of things. It's very obvious. So I'm gonna go to Liam. What does Liam do? You can see from the bush two dwarves running in your direction, but they do not notice that you're there, obviously.
All right, I'm probably gonna make a big mistake, but it's probably gonna be worth it. Liam kind of runs out, hands out open. It's like, hold it. You, drop it. You, drop it.
I need a charisma check of some sort.
Oh, that's cute, Seth.
Oh, okay. All right, so they roll a wisdom save of some
Yes.
sort.
To clarify, this is second level, so I can get both of them.
Yeah, I figured. All right, so the guy furthest away from you will roll first. All right.
Oh
my god.
He drops his axe that's in his hand. This guy. Okay, just seeing what he has in his hand. Wisdom.
Oh.
You know what? I have a reaction. I said, drop it, pubic face.
All right, he has bless equivalent on him, so he actually rolled a 26.
Oh my
All right.
god.
So let me roll a d8 and hope for the best.
You have to get a 6.
Yeah.
You have to get a 6.
Ah!
Hey!
He very reluctantly drops his warhammer.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
that's your action movement.
And
What do
my
you do?
reaction. Hold on, how much movement can I? Oh, I could almost. I'll start with this guy. So interact option interaction and slash bonus action to cunning action dash. I'm gonna take his shit, and then I'm gonna move
I'm gonna
closer.
use cutting words as a bonus action, isn't it?
It's a bonus action? I thought it was a reaction.
No.
Oh,
The
reaction.
unsettling
Sorry.
words is the bonus action.
Okay, I get those confused sometimes. All right.
So do I. And then with the rest of my movements, I'm gonna get in the process of trying to take his shit. But that'll be my turn.
Okay, so you run over and take his warhammer.
Yeah, he dropped whatever he was holding. He dropped.
Yeah,
I guess
it's
it was
a war.
Warhammer.
Yeah, it's a warhammer. Okay.
Did he also have a shield, or is that just the icon?
They have to take an action to drop take off a shield. But yes, they both have shields.
Hmm.
So,
Dragging a warhammer away from them. I'll be taking this now. Thank you.
all right.
I'll take this.
This
Thank you.
guy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This guy moves over and in Dwarvish asks a question to the captain. The captain doesn't really say anything because he's still scared, and then he readies an action to obviously dash if Sarek comes near him. So, and then
Oh, this axe is so heavy. What type of juice do you drink to lift this?
he made him drop his weapon. He looks down at it, confused. He looks at you. You have tongues up, right?
Yes.
All right. He only speaks Dwarvish. And he says, a very unkind word for drow.
Mm.
And he will use his object interaction to pick up his weapon.
He can't. That's his turn. It's on their turn that they do it.
That thank you. So he just uses that, and then he is going to. I think he'll take the dodge action then. As he sees he's waiting for the guy that he's running with to see what he does. It's obvious. But before we can see what he does, Sarek, what do you want to do?
That's a good question. So he's just hanging out with me?
He's scared, yes. And then this
What's this guy
guy
doing?
he just yelled back a question in Dwarvish to this guy, and he hasn't responded because he's too scared.
Can I try and just like walk forward with him?
Like lead him with your hand on his shoulder. Roll me a like persuasion check or intimidation. Both make sense in this case.
I don't have a reason to hurt you.
Okay. He reluctantly, but eventually just walks with you. Like you have to like your arms a little bit behind in an awkward position before he starts to walk. But he'll follow you. And he's a dwarf, so he only can move 25 feet.
Yeah, I just want to get to like closer to where this guy is so they can talk, you know? I'm trying to help.
Okay, so you lead them over there.
Are either of you interested in timeshares?
When you get closer, he dashes, and then this guy yells at him in Dwarvish, and he stops at 10 feet instead of taking his full ready to action.
I just throw up my hands like, come on, man. I don't need to be close to you to kill you.
He translates that in Dwarvish, obviously, and this guy's like, lowers his gun, stops, it's just a load action one-shot gun, and he stops doing that. And he just kind of holds the bullet in his palm and then has the gun in his other hand. And that's all he does. He just waits.
Say, your fight is over. And then these two are gonna, finish off this guy if they can.
All right, yeah. They probably will if they all hit.
16, fuck!
16, he's able to get an arm up. He's desperate. You do know he's blind. You have advantage.
Oh, sweet. Sark's hand. Go again. 17.
Oh,
17 will miss.
Damn it.
Yeah. Just miss.
Gary and Carl, you got this.
I got this.
Advantage.
Let's see. I guess, yeah. Let's try for a crit. Oh, no, not great. Still hits.
21 and 19 both hit, yeah.
16
With
damage total.
the 16 damage, how does carrying Carl destroy this blind ogre?
Swoops down, grabs both the talons onto his neck, and then rears back, puts his entire face through the eye.
No more anything. So there you go. Awesome. Get an inspiration point for cool kill.
It tastes like chicken nuggets.
Um,
It tastes like chicken.
That's what I was thinking too.
this
Everything
guy,
tastes like chicken to you.
he
Terrible
drops
taste buds.
his. Okay, so he drops his warhammer, and he
Ends
is
his
going. Ends
He's
his
got-
turn.
Um,
They just both confused just to what just happened. All
The
right.
hand can move also 60 feet, so it'll just be over here and just.
Okay. Very good. Sadar will
Probably gets a break. He's eating.
run forward, and will Sadar kill Steel? Yeah, Sadar would kill Steel.
Never
He
trust
will
the
never. I'll shoot this one. 29 hits with 13 damage. He gets right through the back of the head. Takes someone down.
God
He has Hal as his bonus action. Hal just dashes forward. Solus will move for 30 feet and looking at window that a guy is probably a cantrip. That's 60 feet. Just out of range. Then what's this one? 60 feet. 60 feet. 60 feet.
Bad.
All their cantrips are just out of range. So
Whoops.
what do they got? They got a chromatic orb. We'll do a chromatic orb at second level. Okay. I don't think that's set up correctly.
That's not damage.
Yeah, it does 3d8 damage. And then extra damage on the thingy. Alright, so let's re-roll that. Second level. That's much better. So a little bit of lightning damage to the face again. And that's their turn. This guy is still alive. In giant, he yells out, "You fucking badger!" And he attacks Badger twice.
Like, he doesn't like you.
Alright, I think those both hits. So 16 and 15 to
11
Badger
and 10.
Man. And he ends turn. And Trillo.
I'm
What
gonna
do you
run
wanna
up to
do?
this guy. I'm gonna punch him twice for my attacks. The first one is gonna be Hands of Harm. Let's see. Yeah.
Oh yeah. 14.
And then I'm gonna turn around and punch strike one time with a Hands of Healing. So I'm just gonna click this.
Let me align your chakra.
It's gonna be 12. 12 healing. Yeah, let me realign your chakra. I crack your back. I'm like, hang on 1 second.
I'm old, so I know how this feels.
Oh, that's a spot.
and then I'll use a key point for flurry of blows, and I'll do it on strike 2 more times, and I'll say, "Oh yes, you're all unaligned." And I'll just fucking like tiger palm you 2 more times, like on your upper back, and you heal for for 21.
That's funny.
Your spine is all unaligned. You should do more Tai Chi. Like,
I don't know how the fuck you
Uh.
managed to make me feel better with punching, but thanks.
Brandon can inspiration point.
Let's go.
That's funny.
Oh,
Um,
turtle.
Okay, that's your
That
turn.
is my turn.
All right, Eros. What do you want to do?
Okay.
This guy's not giving up, but he looks fucked up.
Yeah, he's about to look even more fucked up. Let's see.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to cunning
Are you gonna
action.
punt?
Yes.
Are you gonna punt him?
Yes. We're gonna make sure we can cunning action to get to here, and then for a full 50 feet, we're gonna rhino charges. Yes.
Right in the schnoz.
Okay, well, he had 9 HP.
Kind of turn to the
So-
dwarf and I say, "Have you ever seen anything like that before?"
And which dwarf?
The knight.
Okay. He will roll a charisma check. What's your passive insight?
Let me look. 21.
Ooh. He lies to you when he says he has not.
Amazing. Even dwarves can lie as naturally as they breathe. That's my response.
Damn you and your tongues. He looks confused at how he can understand this. And how you understand him, and yet again, he just uses a very derogatory term about Drow.
Don't you
And
want me to speak their language too?
Wait, so this dwarf is saying he's seen a giant rock punt the shit out of giants. Okay.
And we're
Yeah.
just going to believe that.
Well, you're gonna believe that. All right. The dwarves are not enough of a threat right now, I think, to continue combat in the traditional sense. So we will break down into I guess, interrogation or whatnot. Handle it more
Yeah.
free form.
Yeah, I would have immediately taken his stuff the second I got to.
Okay, you would have had a chance to grab that, and then those two, Cash being less than 30 feet away, less than 40 feet away, they probably wouldn't do much other than just stand there, seeing how quickly Cash has been moving.
I want to take one of those crossbows and next rest, using woodcover tools, work it into a smaller crossbow.
It will take a while to make that crossbow into something smaller, but yes, you can attempt to.
Boy, in the ancient rule of finders keepers, I'd be happy to give this back to you for the right price. Let's say, how much would his weapon be worth? Just appraising off the top of my head, Seth.
Roll a investigation check.
Investigation. Hold on, do I have anything? Okay, maybe it was not this guy, but no problem. Investigation.
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 Okay. The guy you're in front of, although he's dressed in more official uniform looking armor, the way he defers to this guy, it's very obvious this guy's in charge. This guy's battle axe is easily a 200 gold +1 weapon, which you notice with your 29 investigation, why does someone so low ranking have such a nice weapon? He's relatively low ranking, all things considered.
This must be a family heirloom. Definitely has some history. Let's say 300 gold. As I put on a smile.
He probably would shake his head initially, not sure what to exactly say. This guy's Warhammer, that you picked up with that 29, 500 gold. It's a +2 Warhammer.
And this, this is seeing history. Definitely worthy of a general's hands. 650 gold.
Fuck.
They are astounded. They do not know what to do right now. That like you're bartering with them for their weapons, and there's cash and giants destroyed that they were just working with. Let's break away briefly. Sarek, do you eventually lead the dwarves back to the group? What do you do?
I'm gonna start just like casually walking them back, just like, if you could just hand over your guns. Listen, the best option for both of you is to cooperate fully with me. Rest of my group, a little more violent, honestly.
Oh my god.
And the only thing that I would have to say about this is you just have to drink more tea.
like massaging strikes back.
As you come
walk
in.
up and say, "We're more violent."
You just have to
And-
drink more herbal remedies.
And Eros would also
That's been a while.
Eros and Cash would also be, after seeing what Trillo's done, would kneel down in Cash and say, Trillo, can you come with me back to the village so we can help the people there? Please?
I suppose so. Which way is the village?
Follow me. I remember it. And Eros will
Okay.
take off in Cash. She'll even cast on herself and I'll just expend 2 level 1 spell slots to cast Longstrider on me and Trillo.
Well, duty calls, and then I anime disappear again.
And so does Eros, technically, because she has cunning action as well. So both of them are just
Cherry-
gone.
Cherry blossoms fall on your face.
This brings up something that I think is funny to share. My club, we've adopted anime into the anime games, and we're gonna do anime Olympics, and one of the challenges is the Naruto 100-meter dash. To see who best perform. Not just how fast you are. Do you look the coolest? Like you have to look the coolest too.
You gotta look
Um,
cool or
cool.
cringe.
You have to be at a
Yes.
perfect 90-degree angle.
True, you could make that 2 categories: who's the coolest and who's the most cringe.
Yes.
Don't
funny.
die.
Okay, so you guys dash back south from where you guys were towards the village, and Sarek comes over with where your minions are.
I'm
As
heading
well
over
as-
there, lugging a giant crossbow behind me.
Dragoness thing to the dwarves. Okay, so that's all kind of happening simultaneously, and to this point, while Liam's having this conversation with the dwarves, and then the dwarves all look over as they see the other dwarf come, and this guy starts to walk over. They don't know what to say about the gold, obviously. They just go over to where this other guy is. It's obvious they're hoping that they just get their weapons back. But
Oi, we're still in the middle of negotiation. And I just kind of follow along, dragging their items. Okay, this is much heft.
they're heavy too, yeah. Okay, Hal would come over and then like sniff them and like check them in, basically make sure that they're joining the pack now, sort of situation. And we'll say Eros and Trillo. Can I get you to roll either a medicine check or some other skill that you would like to apply to assist the town? You'll be gone for a little bit doing that.
Yeah, I guess I'll roll the medicine. Yeah, I'm more just I'm more just assisting Trillo, especially giving him the bardic inspiration as well. So,
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I have that. I should probably use that.
Yeah,
so
roll that.
Is it an 8?
yeah, it's an 8. Actually, I can do this too for myself. So
Okay,
I have a
so
10.
a 10 and a 28. That's pretty dang good. So I will say Eros is with Cash. It's what I think part of that 10, that low roll represents that Cash is kind of a distraction, and not necessarily an unwelcome distraction, but a distraction from the focus on trying to help people, which can increase their spirits. They probably ask you questions about what happened and who Cash is, and like you sharing what you guys just did gives a little bit of hope and endurance through these dark times. That you look around you though, but there was 100 people, and they've started to bring out people from the buildings that have been caved in by the giants and stuff. There's easily 100 people in this village to start. There's like 30, like easily 70 people. Lapid have just been laid waste when the giants ran through here. So there's a lot of shock going on right now. So it's kind of a welcome thing to help bring people out of the shock a little bit. But nevertheless,
Okay.
you two will be gone for a while, kind of attending to that, because
Yeah.
I imagine you'll need to use Cash also to help dig out, maybe find a
Yeah.
couple people that got caved in. Trillo is just going around and just like his knowledge of like every kind of like animal form almost just kicks in, and he's able to like just like do simple things like Mr. Miyagi things to just make people feel better, and just distract,
Punching them back to life.
Punching
so
them back to life.
like and binding wounds and stuff like that. It's mostly these people just need rest. They just need a place that's safe, and you're not sure how safe it is because there's still not a clear indication of where these giants came other than from the south of your position. So there's definitely a trail that could be followed. Might be easier in the daylight, or strike. His sense of smell is insane. So, but
Gotta just do that right
Uh,
now. Make a check.
well, did you go with Eros and Trello, or?
Yeah, I did not, but in the general direction area here. Just kind of walk around, sniff around. If there's any.
The only information you would get is that you need to head south. That you're not going to have much more specifics until you start to head that way. Of where the giants are. So, Eros and Trillo, is there anything else you want to do with the town while you're there before we see what the group wants to do with the dwarves?
I guess when they have, like, when Eros, when they gather all the people that can be accounted for, Eros would immediately look to get some food cooking for the survivors.
Okay. Would you like to roll a cooking check to see how welcome the food is to everyone?
Yeah.
Da da da. I'd say it's pretty
Mhm.
welcome.
Okay, a
Pretty damn
31.
good.
Yes. I'm going to say I would like Eros to roll a d4.
A da 4. Oh,
Okay. The Wind Whistle clan, that this is what's left of them. I should say. Their loyalty to Eros and the group here is something unwavering that you don't get in the immediate sense. They are, in the time you will spend with these, you generally get the impression of these 30 Lapid that are still around, they will do whatever you ask them to, as long as it doesn't mean, hey, go kill someone, go kill their best friend, just go kill some dwarves. They'll probably take some pitchforks and be like, well, and probably will die in the process because they're all commoners. But nevertheless,
okay.
you receive countless hugs and thank yous. It's kind of you learn that Lapid are very affectionate creatures, unlike a lot of the Animaesus you've kind of seen from the city. So.
Okay. Oh, Seth, to be fair, these are rabbit people, right?
Yes.
Their population will regrow in about a year.
You are not wrong. You are not
You're not-
wrong. You
They're
look
not
you,
worried
you
about
look at the two teenage ones there that are almost of age. Next year they'll probably be of age. You know, they're cuddling up to each other nice, you know, they went through this traumatic situation. You predict a litter of at least 12. But
God
nonetheless.
damn.
Lapid, you know, if you want to grow an army quick, give him 12 years. Give him 12 years, and he'll have an army that, nonetheless. All right. You guys back at the site of the carnage and encounter. What do you do with the dwarves? They come in confused, separated a little bit from each other across the giant corpses. They're all staring at just what was done, the blood covering strike from everything. The carrying Carl just cleaning himself like a weird bird, licking off the blood off his face and whatnot in the process. Whatever the fuck Solus is, like no one knows what the fuck Solus is. She just glows, and it's just like, oh, okay.
She's just scared and glows.
You know, and then there's a couple drow, and these dwarves obviously know what a drow is, and they know what a drow is by representation of the 12th house, like what they've done to the lands and interactions they've had and whatnot. It's very obvious. So Sadar and Liam are getting dirty looks.
As they're
But
looking
other
at
than
me, I'm mending their items to make it look more presentable. And I'm just saying, look, I won't even ask about where you get the gold from or who you take it from, but I think it's a fair deal. I'm even giving you free refurbishments.
Perhaps in Dwarvish, this guy will call out to this guy and kind of explain the situation a little bit of what happened. And this guy will ask Sarek in common. Does this guy speak common? Nope. Okay. It's obvious these two do not speak common, so like
I'm
the
just gonna make
communica-
some dinner out of giant fire.
Commander, he took our stuff.
Well, if you guys,
basically this guy goes to Sarek and in common, having the kind of loose agreement already with Sarek, basically says we would appreciate if our artifacts from our people are given back to us. We have given in.
This shall be a part of negotiation. You did just ransack that village, so, you know, let's, not talk about family artifacts so heavily.
You have a lot of explaining to do.
Now, you're the commanding officer of this current regiment?
He nods slowly. You can tell he's getting nervous. He knows you speak truth about what happened to the village, but you also generally get the impression he may not have actually participated. He may have just watched. But even that,
Oh,
you know.
well, then we can get somewhere. Who are you working for?
I work for a dwarf lord from the south.
Do you have names?
They are of the Half-Star clan. We all hail from lands across the Great Sea.
We heard the name before.
You have... Strike has heard the name Half-Star before. Yes.
I've heard it. Tell us more.
What else do you want to know?
Why don't you
Did
start
you
from
be-
the very beginning?
Well, okay, I don't want to know their whole people's history.
Well,
kinda
when
don't
I was
care.
14, my father threw me into the
Not
mud.
that
Oh,
far
no,
back.
no,
Guys,
wait,
speak for
that's
yourself.
kind of
These
interesting.
are stories.
I get another book.
Hold on, never mind. How did you come into a, sort of, alliance with the giants?
I was to lead them as a scout of these lands. A dwarf that has spent the last 60 years learning from my cousins in the mountains of how these beasts work. Referencing, obviously, Strike, like the Animaesus, like, kind of people.
What were your orders and objectives?
To lead them into different lands, referencing the giants. They were. He looks at you all. They were a needed focus.
So, like,
Needed-
leading them because of overpopulation, or because there was a threat you're trying to quell, or because you're trying to leverage some villages to pay you extra
What
money.
he's saying is speak plainly.
I don't know much more than this, and the common tongue is difficult for me.
Don't
All
worry.
right, I'll make this
Speak your natural
easier.
tongue. I'll translate.
I cast tongues.
Oh,
I start speaking Dwarvish.
now I'm not special.
We're both special
Ah.
together.
He gets really nervous as more magic is cast around him, and he I he speaks in Dwarvish. The fear of the people was needed as certain plans were set forth. And this guy hears him say this, and this guy is like getting angry, and so are these two. Like they're very much not liking that he's giving in to you all. But they don't move or do anything because this guy is obviously the strongest one of the four of them. So it's
I
like
look over at this one and just stare into his eyes and just
Cooperation is your penance.
And all I need is one word, and I can make you shit yourselves.
they look confused, but just squirm a little bit, but don't really fidget a little bit, but don't really do much more than that. Karen Carl is like, I also picture Karen Carl probably moving a little bit closer.
We'll suck
just
the
like
marrow from your
sniffing.
bones.
Oh, don't mind him. He's just a sleep paralysis demon.
I will peck out your eyeballs one at a time with each of my feathers on my wings.
He's really nice once you get to know him, I think.
I will eat you and countless of your kin come after
He does use like a fork and knife at dinner. He's actually pretty polite.
I do use a fork and knife at dinner. I am very polite.
And
But
over
I
the
will
past
still
few
eat
hours,
you.
He
he actually
does?
has a very plentiful singing voice.
Right. Let's
I will
just
kill you.
round out what we know here.
Hey, Carl, wanna eat some giant?
I will
Why
kill
are-
you.
You are terrifying these people. Do you know why? And why are you taking only valuable magical artifacts?
He just kind of shrugs. Both of your passive insights are pick up clearly that he is just not wanting to answer that question. He does know something. He's just trying to plead the fifth, but he's hoping. But it's not convincing.
Listen, you've been helpful so far. I think you need to finish talking if you want to make it out of here. All right?
He nods, like he understands. Like the gravity to his own life that is here. And he looks at the other three dwarves that are still just kind of standing there, unarmed and confused, and leering at the others and at carrying Carl and at the dead. Just like they're a little bit in shock too. I would think.
I mean, look, you got out with your lives, and if any of your bosses and commanders say anything, say you saw a dragon. Like, clearly you didn't expect the ancient silver dragon, as like kind of major image of silver dragon, to come out and protect these here rabbits.
That's pretty fucking impressive.
All right.
Is that thing real?
It can be.
It can be. Holy shit! Can you make it
All
real?
right. The main guy you're talking to keeps his cool. The other ones honestly think you just summoned a fucking dragon with how they're reacting. And they're just like they like two of them fall backwards, like away from where it's centered, prone, like scared, like it's like gonna grab at him. This one gets up there and like raises his shield, and like his warhammer isn't there, but he raises his fist and his arms are shaking as he's like, dragon, like, I'll face you, kind of thing. And this guy just kind of sighs a little bit and just realizes how like out of like he has no chance with you guys. Like there's no chance. Like you guys are so much more powerful than he expected you to be with that idea. And he understands it's not real. He understands it's not real. Like he can see that. He rolled well enough for that idea. But he's
guys,
like,
it's not real.
he nods and he is.
No, but seriously, I'm not gonna hurt you, but you just have to, like, actually give me what I want to know.
The half stars of the spear. They will make sure they are ready for the Admiral. We were designed and had been planning for a while. And now we've enacted because of the recent earthquakes from the city. We need to go there before something drastic happens, is what I've been told. But in order to do that, we need to distract what aid could come to the city. And the obvious intel we've had is the Lapid would be the most likely to aid the city.
Creating an open path of chaos, so you can have a staging ground for a siege. I see. Who's the Admiral?
He looks at the others, still distracted by the crazy dragon. And he is he doesn't want to say the name, but he like lowers his head and then raises his chin back up, kind of defiantly, like, hey, I want my life, kind of thing. And he says, it is Admiral Althea.
Spell that?
Althea, what?
No. Ahathea.
Doesn't that up at all?
Got it.
Ahathea.
Have I ever heard of this name? Probably not.
History check, pretty high DC.
Pretty high DC history check.
Okay, I could. I mean, I'm good at this, but like, I doubt. I don't know. I've read a lot of books, but I'm also insane.
This is like a
Holy shit!
I will give you inspiration. Bardic inspiration.
I'm not even sure I need it. Hold on.
Maybe.
Bardic
You never know.
inspiration.
I'm using my
31.
knowledge from past life. 31.
Inspiration of the bardic variety.
okay. Well, 31. The DC was a 30.
Unfortunately, this is what. Yeah.
This is what happens when you read things. Okay. All right. Let me bring up thing.
I'm built to
Knowledge
know.
of past, knowledge of past
Okay,
life. Oh, shit, this guy killed me.
One of my clones read this.
This guy killed me? Oh, fuck.
The dwarves that live to the south that bear that name aren't even from this continent. I'm gonna bring you to the main country map that you're in.
Go.
The dwarves that live here are not even these names. Like, the dwarves that live here don't even bear these names. So these dwarves come even further south, like you mentioned, across the Sea of Titans. And there is a land bridge that's just off the map here that they've probably utilized in some way, shape, or form. Ahathea is a dwarven name of royalty that goes back a few thousand years. The family line is the strongest presence in what is equivalent of quote unquote South America. This is the equivalent of North America. Like, they pretty much are the owners of South America. Like, is what they do. There's a small a wood elven empire that lives there as well, but they are the largest presence on that continent.
God.
And one of the largest dwarven populations that you've ever read about. Like thousands and thousands of dwarves live there.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I see. The great southern empire of the dwarf.
BT dubs.
One other thing to make a mention of. This dwarven family, they're one of 7. They're the largest of the 7. You think the half star is another one of the 7. They're just one of the smaller groups. They are the last remnant of the dwarven empire that nearly destroyed the world because of the things they did like 600 years ago.
War of the Ancients.
Yes, the War of the Ancients that established the calendar that is this treaty. That war was put to the end by a couple really smart and charismatic people trying to convince these different empires to stop doing what they were doing. It almost turned into like cataclysmic events.
And if these dwarves are like ancient dwarven confederacy remnants, these
They're
guys hate elves.
Yeah, they're very lawful neutral, lawful evil. Like the old dwarven empire. They're not
Any
they're not
dwarven
good
or
for-
elvish empire will just hate each other.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
canon. It's in the lore.
It's in
This
the
is
lore.
which explains their reaction to the drow. Like it's old hatred that goes back generations and generations.
Ooh, bad blood.
Yeah.
Well, this is incredibly useful. Does anyone else have questions? I'm incredibly satisfied by this.
Yeah, what the fuck has he been saying this entire time?
Oh, sorry. I'll give you the rundown.
I just tell him everything.
Here's
I
the
give him a
short
history
symbol of
lesson.
it.
Here's the short and simple of it. I give him a full history lesson.
That
And-
wasn't very short, but thank you.
This isn't the first
I
time you've
lied.
run into these dwarves here and there. They've obviously been working at this for a few decades. With some of the connections you guys have seen as far north as the Sinus people and stuff like that. Like they strike. I will say you gave your axe, the Vorpal axe you had, to a half star. So you gave it to.
And Stride knows that was a half star?
He introduced himself at the table. Yeah.
Oh!
He would have been introduced as Sergeant Halfstar.
We never learned his first
And
name.
I'm gonna relay as much.
His brother was the owner of the axe originally, so his brother was a Halfstar too.
Yeah, was a half star in the city of Seoul, now that I think back.
His head, this dwarf's head, like on a swivel, just looks at you, just like with shock, and is in Dwarvish, which you don't speak, of course, but in Dwarvish
Well,
he
he has
asks
tongues on
you.
him. So
Well, he's asking Strike. But yes, someone can translate easy enough for Strike. In Dwarvish, he asks Strike, "Is he alive?"
No idea. What you think?
No, he has tongues cast on him, so everyone can understand him.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
no!
Yeah.
I didn't cast. Oh, did you cast
Sarek
tongues on
did.
the dwarf?
Sarek did.
I cast tongues on myself. I'll cast tongues on
Oh.
Shrek as well.
Oh, you cast it on yourself? I thought you
Okay.
cast it on the dwarf.
No, I want to just speak dwarf.
Ah.
I don't care if anyone else heard.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. Never mind.
Typical wizard. I love it.
I cast
Okay,
it
so
again, though. I just
all right, so strike. He cast it. The guy repeats himself. Is he alive?
Nah, he's gotten himself killed, trying to retrieve an axe. Then I got my hands on that axe through an acquaintance of mine. And later, what was it called? City of the Dog People, the Canis. We met a
This guy.
sergeant officer, and we gave the axe back to him.
In Dwarvish, he kind of mutters under his breath. They being the half stars. It was right under their nose, and they didn't even notice. He looks to you, Strike, and then looks south towards the village. At that, and he's just kind of a little bit dumbfounded by the things that are connecting here, and he kind of sits back on his haunches and, well, have I earned my life, my freedom?
Well, I mean, your life was not forfeit. Your freedom was not forfeit. But if you want your stuff back, we're still negotiating that. Where's the gold?
Is that? Do they? I mean, do they have gold? I don't know how this works. I'm not very.
They
good
are
at
not
these
going to have
kind of
that
Why-
much gold on them. They will have some gold on them, but they would not have that much gold on them.
Oh, don't worry.
Why should we let them live after what they did? Are we being serious here? We should kill them and be done with it.
I mean, you could. But I mean, well, I've been out here for a few months.
Letting them live allows them to. Well, if we capture any other ones, they'll be more cooperative because they understand that there is an incentive. You know what I mean?
I like the way you think. So we keep
Uh,
some, let one go, and then... How did you think this is gonna
We already
Well-
killed most of them. It's just like 4 left. Let's just let them go.
And why don't you kill all but one?
Well, then it's like, no, they have to be all right enough, so it makes sense that if we capture another group, they're not just going to be like, oh, you're going to kill all my friends anyways, that sort of thing.
Hey, so it's decimating a bunch of giants. I don't think they're alright.
They're just giants.
I don't know. Even me pretty badly. That's a rarity.
So, which races do we draw the line on non-negotiations?
What? Yeah.
And which race do we draw
Oh
the
no,
line?
I just killed. I think the giants were dead because they weren't able to negotiate, sort of thing. I just didn't think
Well,
they'd know anything.
I mean,
Oh,
I don't
fuck,
think
I
you
should have
really
left
asked
one
them.
alive. Damn it.
Yeah, you killed them all without prejudice. Actually, I think you killed them with prejudice.
Oh no, it was with extreme prejudice.
Sometimes
Yeah,
I get
extreme
carried
prejudice.
away. I want to let these guys go. Listen. I am a man of my word.
And look,
Most of the
look,
time.
they may not have all the money now, but we could always enter into a payment arrangement. I work in procurement, I work as a merchant. I have experience with these sort of things. We just gotta sign some contracts.
Knowing dwarves, they would probably want living bodies back, so...
Definitely knows my lich for the evil campaign for sure. Yeah, definitely knows it.
Uh,
Why don't you
Look,
keep
where
one
I'm
as a
from-
hostage, as an incentive for them to come back and cover up the gold?
Where I'm from, you don't ever make a promise if you know you can't keep it.
I can keep the promise.
You can keep the promise? As Liam's ears kind of raise and his eyes kind of widen.
Sure.
Oh, and I guess through you, we will make the deal. I guess we'll shake on it. Did you want to shake on it?
Me?
Yeah, shake their
You
hands
really
since
wanna
you're the one that
touch
wants
my
to make the
hand?
promise.
Are you sure about that?
He's just staring blankly at you. I sent out a mage hand to shake hands with you.
And then I shake the mage hand's hand, and I use prestidigitation to make my hand light on fire.
Mage-Hand dies and writhes on the ground and explodes.
Oh, that's classic, dude. Oh my god, hell yeah.
I look down at the dwarf leader and just,
I just saved all your lives.
and then I give him a pat on the back.
All right.
Alright.
So
Alright,
you
cool.
guys can walk off. I don't think you're probably gonna get the weapons. I don't see how that's gonna work. I guess you could have the guns. You guys, anyone want guns?
I want a gun.
You could take a gun. There's some dead bodies with guns. Just go grab one.
Oh hell yeah! I want to go take a gun.
Yeah, you guys get the You guys can keep the rest of your guns. Just go. Really, it's safer if you
Okay.
go.
The
It's safer.
guns that remain from the dead bodies are there's a gun lance and there's a carbine.
Take it both. And whoever wants to keep carbine can have it.
Hold on, let me look at my stuff for this guy.
Oh wait, no, this guy got exploded. His gun's gone. So there's a carbine.
Oh, then it's mine.
Hey,
Can't.
hey, man, hey, Liam, guy, new guy,
Oh, me?
Liam, you got all
Yeah.
those weapons? Can I have one?
I mean, I got as much as I can carry. These things are pretty
I
heavy.
just can I hold one?
Which one? Do you want the X or do you want the hammer?
I look at them. What's the lightest? What's the lightest thing you got? I'll take the axe.
Alright, 1X coming up.
I don't know how to use this right now, but through the power of magic steroids, I can temporarily be able to be really good with this.
Nice.
What?
I'll show you later.
I want to see that.
Oh, do you want a duel?
Oh hell yeah!
I love duels!
Same.
Do I love duels? I think so.
By the way, before you dwarves go, something's been bothering me a bit. I can't quite scratch on the back of my head, but it seems that city that your clans are looking after is pretty important. Why are you so afraid of it? What did the earthquakes herald?
What's your ask? Sorry, it's just I knew
Oh.
it. I didn't raise my hand. I'm sorry.
What?
Eh.
I wasn't listening. Sorry, gotta repeat it.
My bad.
Ah. So when you go to the city, are you just trying to stop the Turesk? Or are you trying to stop the people that's trying to make the Turesks? I don't know. These guys are saying how Turesks were being cloned. So were you just trying to stop them, or were you just trying to occupy the city, or something like that? Are you trying to expand an empire? I'm just curious. I like to know about different powers in the region as history goes by. It kind of affects trading, you know?
I am a leader of the regiment here. I don't know all of the reasons.
Oh, perfect.
What?
Then, do you think you could let me know who I can talk to, so that way, in case you need some trading down the line, I can establish some things.
As
You have
I
a
said,
developmental disorder.
What?
As
Well,
I
I
said,
just-
the
anyways.
Half-Star clan is responsible for this initial scouting mission.
And are you not half stars?
He shakes his head no.
Ah. Now, what clan are you?
He shrugs and looks towards these two, and he says, "They are half stars. I am not. I serve them."
I see. Well, if you ever want to get contacted, well, I'll keep in touch. And I kind of pull out a trading card set, and so it'll be a bit of presentation. I kind of bring out 2 cards. I kind of give it the first to the first dwarf that was kind of leading the discussion, It's 2 cards. Both of them are Jack of Hearts, but the one Jack of Heart kind of gives a wink before it fades away, and then he just has a regular Jack of Hearts. And I do that for the other 2 dwarves.
Hey,
My calling
hey,
card.
dwarf. Little one, you an apprentice or a slave? What's going on here?
Apprentice or slave? I am a dwarf promised a future.
Cool. Live your life, buddy. Indentured
He-
servitude's awesome.
He is confused and shakes his head, but
Liam kind
they
of like shakes my. I don't know about that. Kind of depends on who you're the indentured servant to.
Oh no, I was lying.
Oh,
all right. They, as a group, start to walk off, and head south. They obviously are gonna start to trail to avoid the village as best as possible, by the direction they're heading.
What nice people. If I ever see them again, I'm killing all of them.
All right. Well, what do the rest? What do Strike, Sarek, Liam? Where do you guys go?
so about your mansion. How many acres?
He starts counting on his finger.
It's not more. It's the acreage isn't really like the big part because I can make it tall too. And then, give me a second.
It's about 2 acres.
Well, I can't cast it right. Hold on. Let's get back to town, and we can help with the recovery effort. And I need to take a little nappy and have a snacky, so I can make a mansion for everyone.
Liam kind of like gives that giddy smile, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I get to see a mansion."
And you
Oh
actually
wait,
Pretty cool mansion. It even has a
what am I
hotbox.
talking about? I don't need food.
What am I talking about? I'm not even alive. I'm not even here right now. I'm a figment of your imagination.
Hey guys, watch this.
He stops breathing, and all of his bodily functions cease. And you watch Carrie and Carl pick him up and start dragging him towards the village. He just goes limp as a corpse.
Wait, this is
So-
my nap. Don't worry.
And he goes limp again.
I am not a corpse. I am a living
What am I?
body.
I like that guy. Hey,
Thank you.
do you like polka? As I kind of turn to Strike.
Poker. I've heard of it, but I've never played it. How do you play?
All right. Kind of reach into my bag. I get out my concertina, which is just a sad accordion, and I get out another concertina, which is also another sad accordion. And he's like, I don't remember which was which. I think it's this one. And I kind of give him that one. So, you do this, and I kind of start playing the concertina. And I start walking and moving with it. Like, I say you do this, and I just start walking, playing without any explanation.
I'm a little bit lost.
Don't worry, it's all about the feeling.
I'm feeling lost.
Yeah, follow that feeling.
Okay, and he just kind of walks around aimlessly, sometimes in circles, sometimes in
the
snaky
spirit.
line, pacing back and forth. I don't think it's helping.
Sis,
Hmm.
there are things that are in my brain that need connecting of dots. If I'm understanding this correctly. So
Okay.
the dwarf in the city that came with the Volcrolax is a half star.
Yes.
And the dwarves we've been dealing with throughout the campaign are also half stars?
or at least
They
working
are-
for the clan.
They're working for the clan.
Okay,
Yes.
so and based off of the knowledge I have with Garul, the Dwarven Empire is trying to expand into north.
Yes.
So Talaria enacted the aid of a group of anti-magic dwarves to try and take down the city, which seems to be a focal point of the forward
So
expansion.
they could colonize the region? That sounds insane.
So if we had helped Talaria and actually killed the Tarask, that would have enabled the dwarves to march forward.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Good idea, isn't it?
Yep.
Well, my life sucks.
End up making it everyone else's
Right.
problem.
Hilaria was desperate as fuck, though, so there's also that. But yes, you guys would have caused a calamity in some ways.
Selfishness wins again.
Yeah.
Other calamities.
Okay, you guys would probably reconvene in the village as Sarek begins flying back there with carrying Carl. You would definitely have time to rest up. It's kind of how quickly you guys want to go back to report to the king, the High King, or whether or not you want to use magic to do that and just continue. You guys are closer now than you were, last session to the Testadine lands. You'd be backtracking to go back to the High King. So, but you guys do you, whether or not you want to have that kind of personal touch to that. You still have the kids back there, so hey, you gotta have to go back there, I guess. Unless you want to leave the kids with the Lapids while you guys go to the Testadine lands.
Hey, peace out. We're gonna go get some milk. Be back in a few
So-
years.
With a short rest, I will have enough spell slots back to help here and then teleport us back if necessary.
Okay. Well, group with that knowledge, what do you do?
Short rest.
You can take at least a short rest, yeah.
Short rests are nice.
I'm planning on conducting a feast and then going home.
Meanwhile, there's already a feast that has been prepared.
Who cooked this?
Me?
Ah,
Is it good? What's here?
I got a 31. I got a.
They got a 31 on their cook check, so
what
it's
do you
probably mostly
Soup?
vegetarian because they are Lapid, but yes.
What's all I gotta do to get some meat around here?
Kill a Lapid.
You want?
They're very, very, very strict vegetarians. You don't see Lapids in the city of Salt. You probably have seen, like, those of you from the city have probably ever seen one or two that live in the city of Salt. Nevertheless, okay. You're hanging out in the village. There's the general still carnage and shock. Some of it's been cleaned up with the help of Cash and Trillo. Most of the wounds have kind of been attended to for those that can be attended to, other than just people needing some rest. A comfortable place to sleep is kind of the problem for the long rest for not just yourselves but this village. You guys don't know much about these lands. You presume there's a village within a day, maybe two to here. That it seemed like the Lapids were pretty spread out over this area. So this is still like, this is still like I think we're in mid-afternoon. Like, you still have a good couple hours left of the day to use for whatever, so...
Who among the living Lapid that's conscious is the most, I guess, the best of an authoritative position? Like, who would be best to say is in charge, essentially?
One of the older mothers seems to be a lot of who people refer to as, like... She maybe even like one of the younger mothers is actually her kid, so she's like a great-grandmother to some of the kids that are still around. He seems to be the only one that has any sort of authority that they kind of defer to.
Okay. Eros would talk to her and would ask, so, based off of what's here, how likely are you all to survive if we aren't here? Via normal living conditions, not assuming that you would be attacked, just for day-to-day things.
She looks around concerned at such a question being asked, obviously, and then locks back onto you, like looking around past you to see if there's an answer to that question that is different than what she already knows. And as her dark black eyes kind of stare back at you, her rabbit teeth kind of chitter a little bit, and this little Lapid child is like hugging on her hip, and she like strokes his ears back a little bit. It is almost the winter months. So we will be fine for a few weeks on our own. We can scavenge well enough, but when the snows come in from the mountains in the next 4 weeks or so, I'm not sure what we will do. There is discussion from some of the other mothers that we head north, but at least half of us cannot travel. And they killed or ran off most of our goats that we could use for our carriages. So she looks at you with like, I don't want to ask you to stay, but I kind of want to ask you to say, like, she wants to say that your insight's really good, so you definitely get that impression, but she doesn't say those words. Out of, like, respect to you.
Eros would say to... Goddamn. Yeah, fine. Fuck it. Eros would... Because we're all here in the town now, right? Like
This is like what's left of the town square. Like, you all are sitting down on rocks or logs or baskets or something and gathering up what resources have. Most of the bodies have been cleared away with Cash's help and stuff like that, so you've gotten some pyres built to kind of burn away some of the bodies. And other than that, yeah, it's just desolate and everyone's just kind of squatting around everywhere. There's not really, and there's obviously not enough seat for anyone. And I think some people are probably even gathered around Cash's feet, and like he's like one of the few things that's like shelter almost, that people can like escape the sun a little bit and the elements.
Eros would ask Strike. Strike, you met the king, right?
Sure did.
Can you describe him to me?
It's a bit of a funny story. The king is actually a queen, but they don't call her queen, they call her king. It's odd.
Okay, describe her to me.
And you hear when that is said, Strike, When that is said, the Lapids that can understand that, they're shocked that it's a queen. That's not what they've been told.
You guys
So
didn't know that?
it's just like multiple Lapid kin just shaking their heads no.
No. I hope I didn't just share forbidden information.
Don't worry about it. Common people don't know anything about royalty. I didn't know anything about the king and queen ruling over my village when I was a kid either.
You guys are a good 80, 75 miles south of where the king is too, so most of them rarely would travel that far. Commoners.
So how do I describe the queen? You know I'm not good at this.
I like her. She's cool.
She was like kind of
She
taller
liked
than
me.
other bunnies, I think.
Would you like to roll a history check? And
No, fuck it. I'll just read your mind.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
you're gonna
You
read
still need to roll a history check to see how clear of information you remember.
Should be good enough, right?
I'm giving you a bardic inspiration.
Okay, yeah, you can roll the verdict.
Let me roll
Because
the d8.
yeah, okay, good. You needed a 15 for this to like not be like you're gonna just message random white rabbit and be like, "Are you the queen?"
Rab's like, I'm a queen? Where's
I
my
used to be
kingdom?
one.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. Bye.
She is a middle-aged Lapid, white fur, kind of reddish brown eyes. She wears a scintillating robe that's based in red and has scales of some creature that adorns the shoulders and the hips. And she possesses a white staff that one of the locals tells you the staff of fate, the staff of the rabbit's fate, basically. So it's enough to get a sending to her, if that's what I presume you're doing.
Also, Strike thinks she's really cute and wants to pet her.
I will drop on the map. She looks like that.
Eros will then ask the woman, Lapid, the great grandmother, what's the
She's gonna just be great grandmother Lapid. That's all it's gonna
okay?
be.
What's the name of your village, if it has one at all?
These are the lands of the White Whistle clan. We are one of a handful of villages.
Right. Okay. Any geological marker to differentiate you from the others? Like,
They murmur amongst each other, and she says, "We're the furthest from the trees in the river."
furthest from the river trees.
I have a proposition.
Like, what? You don't have
What?
a map?
Let's just bring him back to the city. We're going there.
There are 30 people here.
Yeah, it's not that many.
That's a lot.
I can
That's
feed all
great.
of them on the journey easily. Let's just go.
It would take you 2 to 3 days to just walk back.
Would have taken us 2 to 3 days anyway.
I'm not uprooting these people's homes.
That already happened. They're refugees. Let's
don't
bring them
have
so they
homes
survive the
anymore.
winter.
I'm not listening to you.
Eros is going to cast sending on the king, and the message will be how to break this down.
In 25 words.
In 25 words. I mean, technically, I have 75 words available to use with 3 sending spells, but
Might need them later, you know.
might not. So
That's up to you guys. In
Okay.
some ways.
okay, I got it.
I love magical texting.
Hi, I'm Eros. We took the village job, killed the giants that were after your people. Can you spare aid? Village furthest from river trees.
The absolute bumblefuck.
So, does she always just stay in a space like that?
It's when she's sending messages in her head to other people far away.
Ah, all right.
Yeah, she's
That's pretty cool.
Sidar was a. I think she's a clairvoyant or something. I don't know.
You'd think that's
Name's
a
Claire?
No. Her name is Eros.
Yeah, I don't think she's pretty transparent.
Aid can come within days. Thank you. Are all the giants gone? Were there dwarves like the last village?
Strike, what did you do with the dwarves?
The ones we didn't kill, we let them go. Against better judgment.
Hmm.
Hey, he made the promise.
Yeah, but I didn't, so I really should have just killed them.
I shrug and
But you
stick out
don't
my
break a
tongue.
promise. But you don't break a promise.
You
I
really,
Promise
would have
means nothing.
broken any promise. I didn't make one.
you really should have killed them.
Yeah, that's what I said too. Oh,
You
what
really
might be
just-
of interest is the name Halfstar has fallen.
It's future planning. I got a bunch of information, and now I have future plan.
And
Are
you,
you against differently sized people killing all the giants and dwarves? Well,
Hmm.
Yeah,
Welcome, Jenny.
You better hope that no villages get burned down because of those few remaining dwarves.
Are you threatening me?
No, that's just gonna have to live on your conscience.
Oh my God. Whoa. Oh God. I need to take a deep breath.
Yeah, I get it. You don't care.
but I'm not sure that after they've seen what we can do, they're gonna try anything anytime soon.
I didn't cause any threats. I scared them. We all scared them horribly. I got a lot of information that we wouldn't have gotten otherwise.
I didn't get any money, but at least we got the stuff.
This is the last time we're sparing dwarves.
Yes, I agree. This was the
All right,
first time.
so
So they give us
kill
information
dwarves
next time.
indiscriminately. As Liam kind of takes out a notebook.
Not indiscriminately when they pose a threat. Like those did.
So how do I recognize if they pose a threat? Because your recognition of threats might be different than mine. If
What
they
is
look
your definition of a threat?
If they look cooler than me.
No.
That's funny.
You know, when they're ransacking a
Um,
village or attacking innocent people, shit like that, not when they look cooler than you.
one could
Uh,
say that that's a threat to masculinity.
yeah, that's very
Yeah,
much so.
yeah, she
So true.
she gets it.
Wait, you know, Eros, I hate when we fight. I'm sorry. I thought I was doing it for the best.
Eros just looks at the ground and just shrugs.
I got information. You want information? Right?
What did you get?
We helped people.
You just hear a loud snore.
We took their weapons. It's just 4 dwarves.
What information did you
It's not
get?
even 7 dwarves. Sorry. It's one of
Why
the
would
other
there be
voices.
7?
It's a children's story. It's terrible. Don't read it.
Well, Liam kind of like goes well, but then he's like, never mind.
All right, so we learned that there is a dwarven clan called the Half-Star Clan that's being used as a invasion force to weaken the lands so that the entirety of the southern military of the dwarves under Admiral Athea, or it's Ahathea,
Aha,
can
Thea.
Ahathea, got it.
Just helping him as he's telling the story, just putting it to light.
Can take in an invasion force and siege the city of Salt to take over it, because I think they want the land and they see the Tarask as a threat.
And we gave the Vorpal axe back to a half-star. This is not what.
Did I do good?
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
Thank you.
sure.
Eris is going to cast Sending again to the king and say,
The giants are dead.
wait,
The giants are dead. There were dwarves. Spared, unfortunately. They were of the Half-Star clan. In a likely invasion force.
yeah, that'll be the message.
The bunnies are the greatest allies of the city of Salt, so they're to be weakened.
Well, when I think of it, they don't really have a standing military. They'd be throwing their bodies at an unknown enemy.
Yeah, but the problem is
Yeah.
they breed like rabbits.
Yeah, they
Because they are.
could bring up a large
high-five
militia.
Shrek.
They could bring up a large militia very quickly. Like their militia would be a few thousand at least. So
What makes that city of Salt so important? Besides its risk. I mean, isn't it dead? Or pinned? Or something?
The Tarask is
It's dead, but
subdued.
also not.
Harp noises.
The chains could be better. I'm just saying.
The Tarask is
lot of
currently
people do this
subdued via magical means. Although, I still don't know what's going on in the city very well.
What did
I
something
might
change?
be able
Is that subject to
help.
change? Are people trying to break those chains?
There's been instability.
Well, apparently there was a blood moon that came out of nowhere. So,
Oh, you saw that too.
Oh yeah, that fit.
otherwise, I mean, I could contact someone in the city. I feel like I should save off on that first, though.
Well,
the only response you'll get from the king of the rabbit folk is they will send aid as soon as they can. It should be within 2 days. And a general thank you. Like they don't really say anything else.
Okay.
well, I guess whether or not the dwarves will spare it or not, it doesn't stop the fact that they're coming. Or something's coming.
I don't
And if it's not probably going to be that city. It's probably going to be more of these rabbits. Probably Malin, Muskelly, other creatures here on these lands.
A tale
Like,
is
unless they have a
always
means of
time.
defending themselves, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Where'd you get this guy? As kind of points to Cash.
In the city.
I'd love to know more if you'd ever tell the tale.
We kind of stole it from the 12 hours.
Yes. Why is the 12th house so popular these days?
Mm,
That's
Oh,
what
no.
Liam kind of mutters under his breath.
harp noises.
Eros,
Hmm.
Eros will say to the great grandmother Lapid,
The king sends aid. It'll be about 2 days. In the mean,
She nods gravely at that, but understands.
Still don't understand why we can't take them back.
this is their home strike.
We can't keep them.
Their home has been
Too many
razed to the
pets.
ground.
And their home.
There is no home anymore.
You don't want an
Understand our
army
refugees-
of Lapid following you
There's
everywhere?
gotta be an
What?
army
No.
coming through here at some point. This was an expeditionary force. If they're here still when it comes through, this is just gonna happen again.
Yes, that too. If you consider that part, shit. Yeah, we are taking them back. End of story.
Well, if they have
I
to
don't make the
move,
decisions
it doesn't
around
have to
here.
be a
I just give
permanent
them-
move. Like, they get shelter in another place.
Exactly.
I mean,
refugee.
I was living there. It wasn't even that bad.
Refugees.
One, if you want to help them, we can do things faster without them dragging us down.
So what do you want to do to help them?
We can stay here a day.
The dwarves
and
are coming.
tomorrow I can throw them a feast.
The dwarves are coming from the south, right? Our destination is
Well-
also from the south.
Oh, we're going south?
Oh,
Heros, are you saying what I think you're saying?
kill more
I
dwarves.
don't-
Army?
I don't know what you're saying.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought you could read my mind.
I can.
Just so it's
I have to cast magic to do that.
look into my eyes, Aaron.
I feel like that would be one of the worst decisions I could ever make.
You might be right. Sorry. Continue.
One of his pupils starts spinning just out of his own control.
Look,
Oh my god.
I'm
Just the pupil?
His eyes
just the
dilate.
pupil. His eyes dilate.
Yeah. One of his eyes dilates.
One starts moving like a
He's
camera
like,
shutter, and one starts moving like a camera
That's
shutter, and the
the
other one
Oh,
starts
God.
spinning.
no.
This
The-
remind-
the
How would
pupil and the iris separate and go in
Wait,
different
wait.
directions before we can.
Oh my god.
How
They
does
like
a
Venn
pupil
diagram in his
spin?
eye. Oh.
Oh, I'm
you
not
don't
alive.
You,
I
you
can
don't,
do whatever.
You don't ask questions.
How does
Jenny.
it?
It's magic.
It's actually
Come on.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
That's just me being weird. I don't know.
Eros,
Don't worry about it.
Eros would.
I'll be thinking about this for 5 days.
Eros would say,
their forces, however big they are, they're not going to be here for a while. In that meantime, we could find another cache, I bet.
There's more of them.
Yes.
May I? As I kind of gesture to walking towards Cash.
Sure, just don't try to get inside of him.
Oh, why would I
I've
do
heard
that?
that before.
if you want to
Insight is
roll
key.
if you want to roll an insight check, Liam, you can.
Insight check. All right.
You generally get the impression if you were to try to do that, you probably would die. You don't know why you get that impression, but
Eros,
it, like,
my-
you know, there's a little vibe that comes from Cash that like he doesn't want you there.
Probably, it's not
As-
guaranteed.
As an investigator of these sort of magics, I believe I could aid you in discovering more about this fine thing.
Really?
Sure, yeah.
We do not have to be adversarial. I do just want to help.
It has nothing to do with you. I'm just dealing with shit. That's all.
Ah, well, it is not a pleasant scenario. I understand.
I'm gonna take. Can I just
I'll inspect this more later. For now, what our plan is to travel south and gain power to confront the great invasion army.
We can at least be a deterrent. At least.
Let's set. As I kind of go towards Cash, well, I kind of like. I understand that Cash has reservations on a stranger approaching. Kind of raise my hands like, easy, easy. I don't know what you are, but I mean no harm.
He doesn't
He's-
move, but you get the sense that he's watching you. You don't know why.
Maybe I can break the ice? Oh, no, that's a terrible expression. Maybe fix the ice. No, that's also a terrible expression. Let's start small. And I kind of look at any sort of scuffs or kind of anything like that, and just start mending away.
Gift. Duct tape. Yes.
Fixed.
How do the dwarves do it? They say dwarves can touch and they get the history. So, Seth, I would like to kind of gauge the history of Cash, delving into all of my knowledge, and I would like to enhance ability on my brain in order to make
fuck.
myself smarter. And then
Enhance my brain.
and then on this check, I would like to burn 3 inspiration to get a equivalent of a plus 20 on that check, so I can gauge the history of Cash, his make,
You see, Kaiba.
and from.
And his model.
My grandfather's deck has no bad cards.
What it does have is this.
The unstoppable skill issue.
All right, roll that history check.
What?
No, that's impossible. I
The
haven't seen a skill
Millennium
issue in so
Elf.
long.
That's an 18, and with 3 inspiration, that's a plus 20 on top of that, so that's a 38.
No. Never
can't
before have I been
be.
beaten by a skill issue. Never before seen a catalog skill issue. Not Seto Kaiba. My money can't even save
Kaiba.
me from that.
I can't screw the rules anymore.
Okay. I guess. Do you have questions? I guess
Like-
is how.
I guess the question is, how many of Cash's kind were built, if any? What was the purpose of Cash and his kind?
Okay.
And maybe last
Yeah.
known locations based off of history, or battles, or accounts.
How old is your character?
I'm gonna whisper it to you.
That means old.
Old.
On a scale of pretty young to so fucking old, how old is your character?
No comment.
No comment, huh?
It's that old. God damn.
I'm so fucking
Fucking
old.
old.
I loud, obnoxious snoring, yeah, from the corner. It's been going on the whole time. This whole conversation. Loud,
Just
obnoxious snoring.
ambience.
The turtles.
I have to be in bed by 8.
White noise.
Turtle white noise.
My joints hurt. I have to go to bed at 8:30.
Your joints hurt. I've got something.
Don't touch
Stop-
me.
Stop,
I'll kill
des-
you.
stop describing my
Like
life.
this. It's medicinal.
Look,
Don't
I
touch me.
know I touched.
Smoke the.
Don't
Smoke this.
don't mess with me. I pulled the life force out of another man and gave it to you earlier today.
Yeah,
don't
that's
think
My
about
fine.
life. This is my life force.
I'll fuck you up, man. Should I?
just picturing an old
Um,
grandpa saying that.
Yeah. Back
I'll-
in my day.
I'll wreck your shit, bro.
I'll wreck your shit, bro. I may be old, but I'm fast.
Okay.
I don't think
Fast as
that's
fuck,
true.
boy.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
He's really in his mind palace with this character.
I'm so fast.
Seth has been trying to get something out for several minutes.
I just
Yeah,
decided
dude.
to type it.
It's probably a lot.
I'm sorry.
Anyway,
uh,
we can't help it. We're fucking stupid.
No, I have to be berated by Seth's paragraphs now. Oh god.
Give me the
Shut up,
war.
His words are
Paragraph.
stronger. Fuck.
Oh my.
His writ is more powerful than his spoken language. Fuck.
What is this? The power of an English teacher's writ? No. He writ upon the slabs of mankind. Go fucketh thyself.
That's not proper grammar.
His keyboard is stronger than his sword.
The keyboard is mightier than the sword. Get wrecked, nerd.
Japanese Nippon steel. Fuck that. Brand new mechanical Corsair keyboard.
If the shogunate had a world.
And it doesn't even have any RGB. Basic.
It doesn't need RGB. It's a pure fucking unit.
And do you hear that? That's right, you don't.
Folded 10,000 times.
This keyboard makes no noise as one
Why don't you
presses upon
even
it.
fold the keyboard?
This keyboard makes 1,000 decibel screech every time a key is pressed and kills anyone in the area.
Oh god.
The killer keyboard.
Headphones will not protect you.
They will only amplify the problem.
Only
There's gunpowder placed beneath each key, so that it makes it easier to press it again.
What the fuck?
we do not recommend smoking while near your keyboard.
We do not recommend smoking the keyboard.
We do not recommend using this fucking keyboard.
Buy
No,
now.
no, you
Sounds
can
good.
use it.
Bye.
You gotta be aware of the risks.
If you buy now, you will also get this 5,000-pound katana as well.
Dude. Nice.
Can you use it? Maybe.
5,000 pound katana?
5,000-pound
man.
katana.
How-
Currency.
It's
Pray
Thor's
tell,
katana, Phil.
how
This
does-
feels extra spicy?
How does one use said katana?
By using it like
fire-
any other katana. What do you mean?
No. You fire it from orbit and use it as a rod.
What's
from
it
God.
made of? Is it normal
Tungsten.
size?
Tungsten.
Yes.
Tungsten.
Yes. It is a normal size katana that weighs 5,000 pounds.
Nippon steel, bro. Folded 10,000 times.
Precisely.
Once you buy the keyboard, you get a sweet tungsten rod.
I don't understand what's hard to understand about it.
Tungsten rod fired directly at you.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to mentally prepare myself for this game.
Is that him? Is that Tanjiro with the aluminum bat?
You see, if you cannot wield the
Lord.
5,000-pound katana, then that just seems like a skill issue to me.
That's
A
what
skill
I
issue
just learned.
5.
I don't know who could. Pray tell, who could?
Wait, skill issue 5.
His name is Roronoa Zoro. Are you the greatest swordsman of all time? The fuck?
His name is Kakita Shizu, the greatest swordsman of all time, who never won a duel ever.
Who never in his life
the
won-
greatest duelist of all time, who never won a single duel in the whole campaign.
probably his entire life. He won based on a
Uh,
technicality.
He won one. That's all that matters.
And how, pray tell, did he win that?
You know, it happens. It's a skill issue.
Skill
Turns
issue.
out. I activated my trap card. Skill issue.
I'd like to think that as Liam is like fixing and contemplating, his hair is kind of raising up kind of glowing white a bit. His eyes glow a bit. In those bit of instances, it's just like, oh my gods.
He's gone Super Saiyan.
I left
At
Gone
you,
the real
Hades?
Super Saiyan.
See, in our anime Olympics, one of the other challenges is who can scream Super Saiyan the best.
Oh, they got
It's
to be
like-
nice
Anime
formula.
Olympics.
Yes.
Dude, yeah. I want to
I
go to
run
this anime
the
Olympics.
Games Club at my
Rocket will
school for the
participate.
kids, and we came up
Ah.
with Anime Olympics as something we're gonna do one afternoon, and we're gonna go outside, and we're gonna be like, okay, who could charge up like Goku the best? You get points for most rage, most noise, and so we haven't come up with a third category yet.
Most passion.
Most fashion. Well,
You gotta
That's
do.
probably good.
You gotta have a good pose too.
yeah. Yes. Who and the best pose? Who has the best pose as
Best
they try
JoJo
to?
pose.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, that's a different category. JoJo posing is a different category. That we came up with is. But nonetheless,
that one should be like a catwalk event for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just
You have to
having,
walk, catwalk 10, 20 feet down, spin
Yep.
once, and pose.
Spin once, JoJo pose, spin around, catwalk back, and then it just one after another like a fucking model show.
That's basically
While everyone's golf clapping.
Oh,
I
Not
guess
golf clapping.
Liam in Sylvan would be like,
Well, you
I
have
guess
to be
another
polite.
lifetime, we would have been enemies.
Wait, what?
Yes.
I'm friends with everyone.
Oh, like, Liam kind of like turns around. Not.
I
No,
know.
sorry.
I'm watching you, Liam.
A lot of people are watching me.
No one's watching him.
Like me. Hi.
As he kind of hears that, he's like, right, isn't it?
What did you learn, Liam?
More than could be shared in a lifetime. It's kind of those stories that you kind of had to have been there.
I have been there.
We were
know what?
here.
Well, what brought you guys out here?
here specifically or in this general direction?
You know what? That's my bad.
Which some of
I set
us.
the bar pretty low. Are you guys from the city of Salt?
Yes. Well,
Wasn't born there, but yeah.
me and Strike
Why
are
did you
at
leave?
least. Because fuck the city, that's why.
Yeah, it got really shit, and that's saying so.
They tried to kill me.
I feel like a lot of people that try to kill you, Sarek.
Most of them have succeeded.
Excuse me?
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
I love it. I love it. No, but get inspiration point.
Oh, dude.
Subtle and beautiful. That's good.
What?
That's such a fucked up response.
How clear do I have to be? I've died a lot.
Only because you die.
I
His
know
eyes
what hell
dilate.
looks like. I've been there. I think you know,
It's just the most
I've had a
opposite.
few enemies.
It's just the opposite of a badass line. Like, how many people have tried to kill me? Many people have tried to kill me. Most of them have done it.
Most of them have succeeded.
Sometimes it's kind of like, is it worth it
Most
to
of them
fight back?
succeeded. Most of them have made a fool of my
Like someone will
my-
stab me, and then I'm like, you know, like I could fight this guy, but like it's like 4 p.m. and I was gonna nap, and
And
like
I wake up 20 minutes later and say shit. Like,
I just wake up later anyways. Like, why don't I get the
That guy
nap
killed
in
me.
now?
People constantly try to break me down to make me feel like less of myself. And most of them.
And I let them.
most of them
You're right.
succeeded.
I mean, I guess in other instances, I'd probably feel really sad for you. But
What? What are
mean,
you talking about?
but that's the thing.
I'm
I've
very
known
stable.
people that would actually vibe with you pretty well.
That's disturbing. You shouldn't hang out with them.
It's kind of a matter. They come to you. Sometimes you come to them. Eh.
He came to us, so I'm not going to agree with you.
We kind
Like
of
I said,
picked up a lot of
sometimes you come to
strays.
you or you come to them.
I am your humble
So I
servant.
guess that half kind
Tyler
of
the
occurred.
Maid.
I mean, you're
But-
just describing how socialization works.
But it's part of life, socialization.
Yeah,
natural.
so you're
Not
just saying
necessarily.
you're just saying something that's completely redundant.
You're being socialized right now, Solus.
You're trying to.
You are my apprentice. You will learn.
You can think that.
But Eros, I'm not gonna pretend I understand your feelings, but this journey, I guess, means a lot to you. But
What means a lot to me.
making sure everyone's happy, or at least you're happy, that the people that you want to be happy are happy.
Sure, yeah. What are you getting at?
I kind of look back towards Cash, and then look back towards the rabbits. Eh, forget it.
No, you
I'll
brought
just
it
wait and
up.
see.
Just say it.
Ah, I don't think I can really put into words.
Then don't put it into words. Put it into a thought.
Interesting. Eros? I wanna roll a coin.
Oh, let's fucking damn
What are
it.
you thinking of right now?
What is Arrows thinking of?
Yes.
What the fuck you're on about?
That's all you hear. You thinking, what is this guy on about? What is this guy on about? Why am I hearing my own thoughts? You don't hear Liam's thoughts.
Hmm.
So, are you reflecting it back at me?
No, it's just more of a flavor to say you don't hear Liam's thoughts. And you could either say you hear nothing, you hear a song, or you just hear your own thoughts.
Oh, then she wouldn't hear anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can continue to start thinking, but you're just thinking.
Okay, fine. Don't tell me then. Not like I really care.
Well, this journey. Uh, there's going to be some changes that are going to happen. But everything that you do, that we all do, there's people are going to be disappointed.
That's normal. You can't please
Ooh.
everyone.
But I mean, me personally don't like it when people get disappointed, if I can help it.
Sounds like a skill issue.
I'm disappointed you didn't tell me about
Oh.
Cash. What you learned. Because you obviously learned something. I saw your eyes. Come on. Share to the class.
Uh,
Is it something that Cash would want us to know? Is the other question.
well, I think I need more time with Cash. But at the same time, I kind of don't want to know more about Cash. It's weird. But I guess it's going to be like one of those redundancies. I guess you kind of guys know that Cash is old, right? like millions of years old?
Yes.
I guess. Sure.
Well, Kish was made to kill.
Mm-hmm.
And who he was made to kill, I don't think you want to mate.
That's nice.
A little concerning.
Listen, I'm trying to learn more about this ancient magic so that we can prevent future disasters.
Well, that's the thing. The fact that you found him probably means that some of these disasters are probably inevitable.
That's why I'm trying to learn.
But the thing is, there were
It's-
more caches, but whoever he was made to kill did a number on him.
Who was he made to kill?
Uh,
Please stop being so cryptic.
well, I can't help it. That's what history is sometimes. But
That's what you are right now.
oh, I'm sorry. All right. But yeah, creatures that are like the Turisk, but worse.
I see.
How could something be worse than the Tarask?
An ancient
You'd have to be
dragon.
pretty old to meet them.
I don't know. Go select the butcher.
Hmm.
or even Cthulhu.
I believe I know
Like,
what you mean.
the fact that you found him, the fact that it's going to be known that you have him, people are going to be looking in your direction.
Okay.
The world is waking.
Let him come. I don't give a
The
fuck.
deeps are stirring.
I'll fuck all those pussies. Raw, hard, and fast.
And we killed him.
Nice. High five. High five, arrows. Come on. Please. Please don't leave me hanging.
Don't leave him hanging.
Starts crying.
Sadar awkwardly comes over and gives you a high five.
Thank you.
All right. Well,
But
what
if
are
you had to kill
you? Oh,
Kish
sorry.
or someone like Kish, would you do it?
Yeah? I don't give a fuck.
Even if that other Kish could also help?
Look, if someone threatens my life, I don't care if I have to kill them or not. Doesn't matter to me who you are.
Mhm.
I see. And like in a complete 180, like Liam's was like, all right, let's go to the mansion.
Now everyone wants to go in the mansion.
I still don't care about the mansion.
Well, yeah, but I care. It's
Why
exciting.
don't you like my
It has
mansion?
it has a hotbox room.
I have an extra mental
It's-
space where I can make it as comfortable for anyone as I want.
I still don't understand the concept of hotboxing.
People don't want beds. People don't want. I can give you whatever I want.
Sarek,
It's a cool place.
Sarek,
Yes.
I hid under floorboards inside of a mansion while people were slaughtered and killed and screaming all around me. As my town burned down, I don't like mansions.
It doesn't have to be a mansion. I made it a field last time. I can make it a comfortable place.
Still represents the same thing to me.
I grew up. Never mind. Listen, I can make it a comfortable place. I can make it a shitty place. I can make your room be a shitty alleyway with cool rats. I'm just offering something. You can stay out here with the others, but I'm going to invite the refugees in so they may have somewhere comfortable. I can hold 100 people.
Do whatever you want. Just know that I'm not going to accept the offer.
I'll make you like me one day.
Sarek and Eros, I love it so much.
Is your love language gifts?
I
Oh?
don't follow?
Sorry, I'm just trying to plan for the future. When's your birthday?
I don't remember.
Got it. Octobuary 7th.
Octobuary 7th.
All right. You guys begin to kind of set up for a long rest, it sounds like.
I make the mansion, but I make it so that it's just another town inside, but it's like a rabbit town if it was better, you know?
Okay, okay.
It's a rabbit town if like every rabbit was like super rich.
The Lapids
Kinda-
enjoy it, to be sure. Mansion as Rabbit Village.
Huh. I've never seen a mansion like this before.
It's like a hypothetical mansion.
You know, liminal spaces. Okay. Um, the evening is, other than new voices and the general moan and groan of the refugees, the evening is basically peaceful. The mansion able to hide the majority, so if there are any sort of scouts or whatnot out and about, they seem to pay less sort of attention to things. Where Eros is outside with Cash, though, I'm assuming.
Yes.
The Carrie and Carl's also outside.
Okay. Um,
Let's see. You know what? Sarek is going to stay outside of the mansion as well. Sarek will have the mansion there.
Solus is also outside.
I'm also staying outside.
It's
Gonna
really
enjoy the
just-
night sky.
I mean, Liam wanted to see a mansion. This is something. He'll spend time with the Lapids.
okay. Um,
Trillo sleeping in a hole.
Trillo.
He has been.
Yeah. Sleep. Yeah, been in the shell, man.
been
Tur-
in.
Turtle in the shell.
Okay. Well, my question then is, where are you guys going this next day? Are you teleporting back to the King's Haven, or are you splitting
that's
that
the
in
thing.
some way? What are you doing?
Oh, so it's the morning. Oh, okay. Let me see.
Well, you guys can take the evening more if you want to take the evening more. I'm just the evening. There wouldn't be anything that you guys notice necessarily in the evening, other than what I've already described. So, yeah. What do you could do anything else in the evening, and you can move to the next morning. I just need the answer for the next morning, and then considering the role play we got into, we can either stop there or we can continue on and wrap up the story at least with the king and the people, or we can transition to the city stuff.
I have something in mind for the
I've got an
evening.
Okay. Okay, what do you want to do?
Eros will sit down next to Strike and will ask him, do you want to, if we're getting closer and closer to dangerous dwarves who are allying themselves with cyclopses and whatnot,
Mhm.
are you okay with the kids being along?
Been thinking about that. I'm not exactly happy about it, but where else would I leave them?
If we did leave them in the city for a few days or weeks or so, we have plenty of gold that we can give them, and
They'll be safe with Mel.
fuck off. Shut up.
Invasive thoughts, go away.
Mel is not a part of this conversation.
Not here. If we Roxana and
Jenny, get an inspiration point.
Yay!
Roxana and Shallow Butter, they can watch after the kids as well as, why do I keep forgetting her name? The
Mel.
no, fuck you.
Mel.
Never.
Fedry.
Harp noises. Harp noises. Harp noises.
Yeah. I need to move her. That's
Yeah,
part of the reason. Let me move her token so it can be easily seen. But her name's Fedry.
Federic. Eros
Yeah,
would
her full
remember.
name's her full name's Fedrina, but she goes by Fedry.
Yeah, Eros would remember that. Fuck. And yeah, Roxana, Shalabutter, and even Fedri can watch after the kids, and they'll be pretty safe in the Lapis City.
Thing is, I'm still not quite sure about this Frederick. You're a better judge of character than I am. How would you do her?
Can you repeat that?
How would you view her, describe her, see her as a person?
I think she's like Shalabutter. She's someone who's had her entire life controlled and dictated by someone above her. Even now, she, yes, has a much higher position than Shallow ever had, but I think she felt genuine sadness over the loss of Althea and Adira. And she as I think she's trying to actually make amends, even forgive herself for allowing the sacrifice of her own daughters. There might be some bad blood between Fedri and us, but I I don't think Fedri is going to run off with Althea. If that's what you're thinking.
You know, if it is something Althea herself would want, I don't even think I would mind that too much. But you might have a point. It would give her a chance to connect with her. Possibly the other kids. As little value as I personally put on blood relations, it's not how everyone else sees it.
I mean, I'm right there with you on that regard. Blood isn't everything that connects somebody. But this is also about just the safety of the kids as well. General things that happen in the forest. Even when there were, like, a bunch of Tarask nearby, that wasn't too small squadrons. I think we're fine with. But it's a potential army, if that's on the horizon, that I'm more worried about.
As impressive as the kids' display was on that battlefield, it also came down to luck. You're right. I shouldn't let my own prejudice cloud my judgment. They're much safer within the city.
Right. We can, in the morning, ask Sarek to teleport us to the city. We'll inform Roxana and the others what the plan is.
Welcome back.
And we'll leave them with some money so that they'll be fine. Then we can come back here and keep heading towards the next cache.
Sounds like a plan to me. Alright, let's do it that way.
Sarek, were you paying attention?
Did you want me to listen in?
I feel like you just are the type to listen in.
Oh no, that seemed like a private conversation. I listened to some of those, but that one seemed more emotional. So,
Yeah, but you're also part of the group, and it concerns all of us.
I'm part of the group.
You are part of the group.
Wonderful.
So we can head back to the city via your teleportation, but then we're teleporting right back here. And is there any way to make sure no mishaps occur?
Oh, none will happen. I've been to the city for a very long time. There's a 0% chance on mishap. Like actually 0%.
And
Coming back here, there's like a very, very small chance.
There's none if we take an object from here, so we could just pick up a rock.
Oh, okay. I pick up a rock, put it in my pocket.
I could do it so you don't completely deplete your spell slots. I could teleport us back.
You're so nice.
Leave in the distance.
Yep.
What the fuck's a spell slot?
What the fuck's a spell slot?
It's like it's a way of measuring like your magical capabilities.
Oh, you mean like mana? Why don't you say
what
that?
What it was called?
Kinda like mana.
It's not mana?
I just call
Or
it
your soul.
I just call it energy.
Magic is too confusing for me.
Where I come from, we call them spell slots.
You're weird.
This is what happens when you have 4 magic users who all use magic completely differently.
You're weird. Let me go summon a demon.
Alright. Well, now it's canon that Genasi refer to magic in the the canon.
Now we need entirely different
Oh, yeah.
casting systems for everyone.
Spell slots. That's funny. Okay. Well, then your evening, if no one else wants to do anything with the evening, would be and kind of ominous peaceful as
I want to
there
study
is
cash all
still
night,
evidence of,
but that's it.
the
That's not
terror.
gonna do me.
Okay.
Just like general study. I'm not gonna like try to get in. I'm not that
I'm
stupid.
staring at Sarek, staring at Cash.
All right.
sorry.
Before I forget, Solus, you're pretty handy with making stuff, right?
Yes,
She did make Dick the Ripper. Such a
I do have
beautiful-
Precisely.
hands.
I've got this Tarascon here. Could you make a weapon of that?
That seems very easy.
Right.
Yeah.
Have at it.
Okay. What do you want the uh thingy you hold it by to be made out of?
You mean the handle?
Sure.
I didn't think of um, a rock, maybe.
Rock?
Rock.
I could do rock.
Rock sounds fine. Very sturdy.
Rock. Okay.
Thank you.
Of course. Solus is gonna try and craft a weapon.
What do you have?
Weapon. I have Tinker's tools.
Okay, no. What is Strike giving you exactly?
Horn.
A Tarrasque horn.
From what kind of Tarrasque?
Was it the big one?
Big Tarask. Yes, it was from one of the big ones.
The big ones. Okay. Um.
The really big ones.
Okay. No matter what, this is gonna take you a couple days to carve it and kind of situate everything. This is a material you're not exactly familiar with. Tarrasque is its own breed of kind of mineral-like metal in a way. It has it's a little difficult to manipulate. So, yeah. What are you? I guess what are you trying to craft, or is it just whatever you craft?
Um Strike, what kind of weapon do you want?
Something like a short sword or rapier. Whatever you can make of it.
So a short sword, I guess, or maybe. Would it be easier to do like an axe?
You could do either one, a hand axe or a short sword.
Do a short sword. That's what he asked for.
Okay. Grass corn to short sword. All right. Well, I need to, because I wasn't expecting that, to do some math at a later point. To exactly figure out what it can basically change into.
Yeah.
At the
If it would,
least, it's gonna be a magic weapon at +1, +2, something at the very least.
if it would
Um,
help at all with the way that I'm crafting it, I do have mulled earth to like make the stone handle, and like maybe that would help to,
Okay.
affix it more easily
Okay.
because the earth could just like grab on there,
Then I was gonna ask for this.
I was going to interject. If Liam sees Solus trying to do something, could I help with a mixture of mending and a mixture of enhanceability?
You're in the mansion.
Oh, you're doing this in the night? I thought it was the morning.
I work at
Never
night.
mind. All right, I'm asleep.
Okay, I
sleeping.
would still would like a I think
Tinker's tools?
Tinker's tools with either intelligence or dexterity. Okay. It'll take you 2 to 3 days, and I need to do some math to figure out exactly what I want it to do, because this is the first time anyone's made something out of Tarask in the party. That's not soup.
Well,
Or jerky.
Or jerky. Indeed. And that was one of the bigger young adult Tarasks. So,
I think it was from the biggest one, if I recall correct.
yeah.
Yeah, young adult. They're a young adult. They were not a full-grown Tarask. You've yet to actually face the Tarask as described in the monster manual, which is
We've been making our way up there.
right out there. But I would like to clarify: the Tarask in the monster manual is not the Tarask in the city.
No.
We are well aware that you're
No.
gonna pull something with that one.
I've already made that Tarask. That was like one of the first things I made with this campaign was what that would be. And what's a Tarastic? Yes, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say because it'll be fun if and when we get there. You'll probably get there. If not, someone will get there. Maybe the Tarask will just swim over across the ocean.
Oh god.
I'll just release
Sorry,
it.
future campaign.
Sorry. Okay, well,
Mel secretly just becomes a Tarask rider.
I would not be surprised at this point.
D&D, anything's possible. I shouldn't, say no.
Yeah. And
You're
what I wanna
allowed to say no.
what I want to
Uh,
continue that long rest as well is my study of Undercommon.
Okay, well, you have Sadar to assist with that.
Excellent to health.
Alright, roll intelligence.
Just a straight up intelligence.
Yep. Or investigation if you got it.
Investigation. It's not much better, but I'm using investigation.
Oh,
Too bad.
it's not
Too
worth
much on your mind.
That makes sense.
Okay, so the next day, let's, considering the time that we're at, let's take a few minutes to kind of narrate what you do with the kids and back at the Lapid town. And then it looks like that will get us to kind of a good stopping point. And then it looks like next week we'll pick up at the city with just kind of how the role plays worked out today. So, you wake up the next day. You have quite a few, so you guys are teleporting back. You're leaving the refugees. You're going to touch base with the kids and Charlotte Butter and Roxana. Give some money to them and talk to the king about them staying there, as well as the things that you have accomplished in this day you've been away. And then you're teleporting back south.
Yes.
That's the gist of what I got. So is there anything specific anyone wants to add to those transitions, or are we just narrating as such and then we can kind of wrap up there?
I would
Go
would
ahead.
say Eros would, in particular with Fedri, like, we don't have to role play it for time's sake. She would impress upon Fedri that Eros has trust in her, but also don't cause any shit.
A warning, definitely. Okay. A warning and reminder.
Like, and like most especially, like it would be not a threat, but it just an asking to understand. Althea has feelings as well, type of thing.
I think you generally get the impression, as you kind of confirmed with your conversation with Strike, that Fedri, this is the first time she's ever like acknowledged her real feelings about something. So there is a genuine, like, she'll try her best. She wants to impress upon Althea kind of the importance of this to her, because this is not how she expected her life to be in any way, shape, or form. So but you do get a general underlying impression of something that's been building for a while, and maybe something that would Roxana might confirm a little bit from the last day she spent with Fedri. Fedri is desperate for that acceptance that she had from the 12th house. So you're not sure how she would react if someone from the 12th house comes in and treats her like the person she is, like the daughter of the matron mother, even though that whole line doesn't really matter as much anymore. Like, if someone tried to manipulate her, you're pretty sure Fedri would be manipulated in that way. Like, they seem desperate and gullible after everything they've gone through, that they would probably just out of, what's the word, nostalgia almost. So
Then with that information, Roxana should be powerful enough to be able to cast sending, right?
Oh, she does. Yeah.
Yeah, arrows would just like say like, send me if anything like that even remotely happens.
Yeah, Roxana is about to be a level 6 bard, so she has 3rd level spells, and I made sending. I narrated that she learned sending from you, so
Right.
as like her 3rd level spell.
And then
Oh,
lastly, Eros is going to give them 1,500 gold.
wait. Who's the banker?
It will be Roxana and
You know, Roxana isn't
Shallow
always the
Butter.
greatest with money.
And Shallow Butter.
Roxana has been known to go on spending sprees before when you were in the city. So
How long are you spending in the city?
We're only going to be like an hour or so that
Good.
this is happening.
Sark will not stay longer than that.
Yeah, this is all really quick.
So the only thing I would like to bring up is Strike. Your cloak of protection will not be ready yet. That's the only
Oh,
thing I want to bring up. So you'll eventually have to make your way back. Maybe have the kids pick it up for you or whatnot. So
yeah, it can wait. It would have just been a little extra anyway.
okay.